Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Heroes of the Mist. Thank you so much for tuning in for your weekly dose of gothic horror and spooky shenanigans in the mist-swept valley of Barovia. My name is Alexander Thomas, and as always, I will be your humble dungeon master. Say hi, everybody.
Hi,
Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Every time. They get me every time. Thanks for tuning in. It's going to be a very exciting evening, I think, here on the stream. And I hope everybody had a safe holiday over the week. Luckily, we have Kevin back to join us from his parent-teacher conferences last week. But unfortunately, we've lost Damon or Beetlejaw to the horrors of Tech Week. So hopefully everything's going okay with him over at Miracle on 34th Street, where he is playing the part of John Payne or Fred Gailey, whatever you want to call him. So we put in a John Payne filler for him until he gets back. Announcement-wise, I don't have a whole lot going on. This is the week that Geek Unleashed returns in force on Wednesday and Thursday for Smuggler's Run and for Wheel of Fate. Sorry, I forgot the name of that one for a second. And as always, thank you to our sponsors, Roll20, for continuing to sponsor us and give us all these wonderful toys, including a nice big surprise for the cast and for the audience. Jonesy was nice enough to purchase the module for Curse of Strahd. So now all of that stuff is preloaded into Roll20, so it's 100% at my fingertips, and I don't have to spend so many hours bleeding goats over the keyboard trying to make the game happen every week. So thank you, Jonesy, so much for making that happen. I really, really appreciate the amount of free time you brought back into my life.
Yay, good job, Jonesy.
Okay, so I did read that, and then you took it off. Okay, we're good. Thanks, Jonesy.
Yep. Yeah, thanks.
Also, thank you to our other sponsor, Metallic Dice Games. Today, for their Cyber Monday sale, you can head over to their website and you get 25% off of your total order. And if you use the Geek Nation code, you get another 20% off. So it's a great day to buy some dice. Satiate that little D&D goblin brain of yours. And mine. Does anybody else have any announcements before we jump in?
Nothing this week.
No. I'm working on a super cool surprise for my Save the Dates that I can't wait to show you guys because it's got a cool thing going on, but that's all I'm saying.
Oh. It's Rowan's turn to be enigmatic with me. That's not cool.
Yes.
I'm supposed to have all the secrets.
Nope.
One thing I will say, did anybody buy anything cool in Geeky for Black Friday?
Oh yeah, I bought a couple sets of dice, and I'm keeping some of them a secret because they might be presents for people. But I spoiled myself and finally got the rose quartz sets I've been dying for. So
that's awesome.
Very nice.
I normally protest Black Friday, but so my purchase was geeky but not cool because I really needed ink for my printer.
Practical.
I think that's a good thing to strike bust for.
I mean, I had games to run. I needed character sheets printed out. I mean, I had to break my my ban on Black Friday for the sake of the games.
Oh, the game must go on. We salute you, all the retail workers who died to satiate Kevin's ink needs.
That's correct.
Ink mimic. I picked up the Everrun book and Descent in Avernus.
Awesome. Did you get the special edition Descent to Avernus book? Because that book is awesome.
I did not. I just got the regular one.
Nice.
Now you're making him think he missed out.
No.
What is the difference? It's got a fancier cover. Is there other additional material?
I think it's just the cover, but the cover's really cool. And being a writer, I'm a sucker for a good cover, which is probably bad protocol for reading books, but whatever.
Yeah, sometimes it's the cover that brings you in. So,
Andy, were you going to say something? Sorry.
Nope. I mean, the only geeky thing I bought on Black Friday was season passes to the Ohio Renaissance Festival for me and my girlfriend for next year.
Season passes? How does that work?
They do a really good deal every year on Black Friday where the season passes are a decent chunk off. So basically, you buy those and you can go every weekend.
That is awesome.
It is.
Good purchase.
I have a bunch of buddies that work there. It's pretty cool.
It's a lot of fun. If you've never been, I highly recommend.
I 100% forgot to buy those passes because that is one thing I did want to get on Black Friday.
Oh, thanks for reminding him.
Yeah, it's too late now. They only do it on Black Friday.
Yeah. I guess I'll just pay full price for them like a plebeian.
You might get lucky and they'll run another special for you, Alex.
Maybe. We'll see. I'm hoping.
Yep.
I bought another version of Skyrim for my PlayStation 4 because it was super cheap. And I'm just stuck in Bethesda's wheelhouse for the rest of eternity, probably.
Fine.
So yeah, I think without further ado, let's go ahead and run the opening cinematic, and we'll get started with episode 8, The Orphanage. All right. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We're ready to go ahead and dive right in. Kevin, since you were gone last week, I think we're going to make you recap for a point of inspiration.
Okay. Well, since I was here, shouldn't it be worth 2?
We'll see how your recap is, and then I'll decide.
Okay. Well, let's see. Things opened up. Strahd showed up to spank the hags and put them in their place. There was much sweating from the player characters. I feel as though I was misportrayed as a little too grim, but anyway, no, it's good. So they rescued some children upstairs. So then this merry band set off for Valakai. And there was the weird thing with the monolith stones and the children's teeth, and Jonesy is carrying around children's teeth because sure. So after that, they arrive in Valakai, where there's very bizarre rules in place. Thou shalt not speak its name. He's simply referred to as the devil. Everyone must be happy and smiling, or else. So Matthias and Tyrion had to babysit while Edric and Lily went off making friends. Jonesy was also making friends. There was a whole lot of quiet, even though I wasn't there. I feel like I was, again, misconstrued, but, I normally be very chatty. So we've got to, one of the altar boys sort of let a bully know that the saint's bones is why the church is in fact inviolable. And so of course the bully stole the saint's bones, and now Valakai isn't as safe as everyone thought. And we're off to dig up the saint's bones and restore the protective wards about the church.
Yeah, I would say that's a pretty conclusive recap. So I will let you have 1 point of inspiration, and I'll let you award a point of inspiration to a friend of yours.
Okay. Well, let's see. Well, I guess since you got stuck on babysitting duty with me. We'll let Tyrion have that other point of inspiration.
We'll give it to somebody else. I still have 2.
You greedy.
I
Really?
know.
Can
Since you were
I?
tail whipping people, you should probably have one.
But
I
I want
caught
to
that.
nominate Tristan to have it.
I'm giving it to Strahd. I'm taking it back.
No, fine. Gosh, what if we all get one? In the spirit of Thanksgiving, we all get one inspiration point.
Well, I'm glad that's the spirit it was, because it was starting to be that, where do you want to go for dinner? I don't care. No, I'm not going to go there. Well, no, we're not going to go there. Why don't you just pick?
I'll let you have inspiration, all of you, but I'm also going to do a D20 points of damage for Black Friday since we're celebrating the holidays.
Rude.
Ouch.
Speaking
Black
of which,
Friday has
that is
disadvantage to attack us, though, because it's Cyber Monday.
ooh,
Huh?
hiding behind the shield of
Disadvantage.
online retailers.
You better believe it.
That does bring me to a point that I probably should have mentioned previous to now. I am using a house rule for inspiration, where it's more like hero points to me, because I think inspiration, as it's written in 5th edition, lacks a little bit of chutzpah, and I would like to reward my heroes for staying in character and doing all the good dramatic stuff and giving them a little bit more of an edge to affect the narrative in a positive and exciting way. But that's the joy of D&D, is you get to play it however you want.
Yeah. Especially since the dice affected it in such a negative way.
Oh my god. You do not have to tell me twice. Kevin's dice rolls rubbed off on me all last week.
Yeah.
All right.
It's my
So,
Festivus gift.
without further ado, the one thing that we did sort of leave off in the recap.
The guards coming to claim the adventurers.
Oh no.
Yes, indeed. So, you guys are upstairs here on the upper floor in the room that you guys have rented. And you guys were discussing what you're going to do. You're deciding if you're going to bunk down for the evening. And sure enough, there were a couple of voices downstairs saying that, Danica, we have come here to collect the newcomers on behalf of His Eminence Baron Vargas Valakovich.
I can't believe I left off the cliffhanger that left Tyrion in tears.
Oh, wishful thinking that maybe if you forgot it, Alex would forget it.
My secret's out.
I've got something of a note-taking capability. I was going to say memory, but it's mostly just I take good notes. So, what would you guys like to do?
Like to go back and change the choice that I made and leveling up.
Too late.
No backsies in D&D.
Are we asleep?
No.
No, you
we
guys
were
are
awake
just...
and planning, right?
Oh.
Yes.
And it's morning.
No, it's still
No,
night.
It's nighttime, yep.
We have not taken our long rest yet.
We were not planning to go out in the middle of the night.
No.
Okay.
Oh, I guess does Beetlejaw hear them with his hearing?
He's asleep.
We all heard them.
Yeah, you all heard
He's
them.
the only one that's asleep. It's terrible.
Oh.
Hmm.
Let's run. No, don't do that.
Well, it might be nodding head towards Edric. It might be his fault. He did kind of run off in a huff.
He did.
Yeah, he did. When he saw the puppeteer's performance with his puppet and the girl.
That was a little bit of a creeper thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, who would like to be in charge of Beetlejaw so I don't do him a disservice this week by forgetting his protection ability?
I'll do it.
And then he'll just stay next to Lily the entire time and shield her.
Yeah.
That's between you guys and Jesus, not me.
Jesus doesn't exist in this world.
That's true.
This.
Istis. That's between you guys and Istis.
Nah.
I'm asking what would Damon do. Dang it, Damon.
Well, if we don't go and present ourselves, they'll come looking for us, and I don't know that that's going to go any better for us.
All right, let's
Should
go
we just-
downstairs and head this
Yeah.
off.
And I had
Hopefully.
plans this evening. Okay, let's go.
So roughly what time of the night is it? Like late,
Uh,
or
It's
just like an hour or two after dark? Or?
That's like 9 or 10 at this point.
Okay. Well, so we'll head down the stairs.
Cool.
How
Did I
many-
give you guys control your characters? I should have, yes.
How many
Can you guys move
guards?
your tokens?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, and you gave me control over.
There's
Oh, I
my
should give you
token.
control of Beetlejaw too.
Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, because I gave you control of his whole character. Yep, just kidding.
There's
Oh,
no
I have.
token.
I see. Okay. We're
I
just moving
forgot.
farther into bed.
Almost forgot Lancelot.
Ooh.
Right. So this is a very tiny room, so I'm not sure where we're going when we leave it to go downstairs, but
Well, it looks like the door is behind Tristan there.
And out the door I go.
Yeah, and one thing that's not real clear on this map, there is a walkway,
Around.
right here, so you can go around the balcony and come around. When you guys come outside, you do see there are 2 men, up against the bar, looking at Danica.
Oh, black.
Yeah, it's still all black for us. It's
Oh,
funny.
okay. I was like, what?
It's all black for you guys.
Except
Yeah,
for the
we just
room
see
we
the
were in.
room
Yep.
that we're in. Can't see beyond it.
Awesome. Reveal areas.
Maybe it's in the settings where you like can share your broadcast, but like it's not sharing with.
Oh, we got this new room. I got to put my name back in. Goodness gracious. There
I'm
we
gonna
go.
turn on Fog of War.
Hey, now I
Oh.
lost everything.
Then I'm gonna
That's just-
reveal areas.
Just the room.
Yeah, you won't see anything past the room until you leave the room.
Okay. There we go.
Oh.
I left the room and now I can see outside in the rest of the hallway.
Can't see the
Gotcha.
room anymore.
Oh.
It's got that advanced Fog of War because I turned on sight for you guys.
Oh.
I'm
Gotcha.
slowly figuring it out.
Got the dog. Oh.
He's jumped. They're down below on the railing. It's terrible.
Does that let you guys see down where it says open to below? Can you guys see what's going on down there?
Yes, but I see down below, but unfortunately, I don't
I mean, we can
see how we
see
get
it.
there.
All right,
Like
I'm
you
gonna
said.
move. Do you guys want to
Should
go
we have gone out
downstairs?
the other door?
Yeah.
No,
Let's go ahead.
no.
We were gonna head downstairs.
Okay, I'm just gonna move you guys downstairs in that case.
All right.
Lord.
We'll figure it out.
Well, there were 2 doors out of our room. We went out the wrong door. The fogs. I see nothing.
All right, can you guys see anything now?
No.
Just-
There we go. Yep. Dear Lord, that's a lot of people in that bar.
Wow, that's crowded. Yeah.
Oi.
That.
Yes, it is very crowded in here tonight.
I was kind of trying to get down towards the front there.
So there is a guard there at the base of the stairs.
Oh, okay. Maybe I won't be down
Who,
there.
when you guys start coming down, he kind of stands at attention. He says, "Captain Olsteg, they're over here."
Is there a
And-
problem, gentlemen?
You guys can sort of see these guys sort of look like just sort of dumpy military guys, and they do have those yellow painted pauldrons on their shoulders. With a
Smart
smiley
boys,
face on
you
them.
wouldn't have made it in the armies of Joff.
And the guard captain, who's sort of over here at the bar talking to Danica, the lady who owns the tavern, he turns around and he says, "You are the newcomers, no?
We are the newcomers, yes.
We have come. We have been sent by His Eminence Baron Vargas Valakovich to give you a summons for tomorrow morning."
Okay, I was gonna say it's awful late at night. Okay, so this is a written summons, I take it.
Indeed. And he produces a letter. And he walks over to you, Matthias, since you're sort of taking the lead.
Okay,
And he puts it in your hand.
it's a geas. Oh, jeez.
Uh, and he says, "You are to report tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock to His Eminence's personal manor house."
All right, so out of character, refresh my memory. How far were we thinking we're gonna have to go to find these bones?
We at least had to go to the orphanage to figure out what he did with them.
Okay,
So
so
figure out what he did
This 1 o'clock summons is not really in the way of what we're doing
So far.
so far.
in case something happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we all expected to attend? I'll sort of look over the summons.
The Baron requires all of your presence at the Manor House.
Yes.
What exactly for?
He has seen in his eminent wisdom not to inform me exactly what his request entails.
Didn't think you needed to know to inform us, eh?
Rest assured, anything the Baron wants is important.
Well, thank you very much for passing this on. We'll be sure to be there promptly tomorrow.
See to it that you do. And
Have a pleasant evening.
glad to see you are taking well to our customs. And they will all depart.
It's 2 years ago. One of my Friday night groups that is no more. Subject of freedom of speech came up in a Freeport campaign. I'm afraid medieval people don't see things quite the same way we do. Somebody was loudly decrying their rights to free speech. It doesn't work that way here. It's not how it goes. The nobles make the rules.
Oh boy.
Yep.
D&D, not for the faint of heart.
That's right.
This is going to complicate things.
Not necessarily.
You don't think he's going to have something for us to do, and it'll be more important than what we're already doing because he doesn't believe that the town is in any kind of danger.
Well, I mean, given the state of things here, I don't know how aware he is about how things really are. So this could just be some noble needing to flex his muscle and remind everybody who's the boss. It may be nothing. Until we find out it is, there's no point in stressing about it.
I prefer they not flex their muscle and try to prove that they're the boss. They don't. Gah. I stomp back upstairs.
I was about to say, hey guys, can we just go upstairs? So follow that guy.
Yeah, head back upstairs.
Piddlewick will say, so sorry for the guards. I hope you guys have a nice night.
Thanks, you too. If any of the guards left an unfinished drink, I'll quaff that before heading upstairs. No sense letting alcohol go to waste.
No, of course not.
I stay downstairs and keep the bar entertained.
Awesome. Will you please give me a performance check?
Wait, did you take the spell that makes you not have to sleep? Because that is just mind blowing.
It's called being a half elf.
Oh, I see.
Half the night.
28.
Okay.
28. Awesome. Yeah. You throw a raucous performance. It's amazing. Everybody has a wonderful time. They do tip you if you are amenable to it.
Sure. Local currency is always going to get less attention than strange coin from another realm.
You make 13 gold pieces.
Cool.
And each of them is indeed pressed with a visage of Strahd. Now that you've seen him, you recognize him on the money.
I've seen him.
Yeah, that's what I said. Now that you've seen him, you recognize his visage on the money. All right, and the evening passes uneventfully.
Thankfully.
Now we get the long rest. Yay.
Yes.
I don't know of a good way to tell Rob to switch over maps.
Hey, Rob, switch the maps.
Yeah.
Does that work?
You break immersion anyway, Alex.
I know.
Oh.
You could pop him a message in the Discord cast area, maybe.
You know, being on
If he's
D&D
watching.
Beyond is dangerous because there's like just this banner up here telling me they're having a sale. And I'm like, I'm really trying to play a game and be productive right now.
So many tabs.
Indeed.
Choice of the younger generation.
Which map do you want him to go to, Alex?
Go ahead and go to the map of Valakai, the town of Valakai map, since we're sort of leaving the Blue Water Inn for the evening.
In overworld mode?
In overworld mode, yes. We're going to travel by map. And if it's easier, I can turn off dynamic lighting for everything, if that makes life better.
I just don't know if I can keep up with all these fancy new technical advances.
I have
I
no
know.
idea what you're saying.
There's so much technology available.
Back in my day,
Basically-
we just had paper and pencils and dice.
Basically, one of the nice things about Roll20 is that they have a dynamic lighting feature where your token has visibility, and you can only see as a player as far as your token can see.
Ooh.
And walls break it, and it has to deal with like lighting, and it's all very fancy.
Sounds
kinda
very
cool.
fancy.
But if we want to make the okay, awesome. I'll just send you a message on Facebook. Awesome.
They're
Rob is
Facebooking
the
everyone.
man in the chair speaking in my ear right now. Sorry, chat.
Pay no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Anyway, so you guys wake up the next morning. Everything is pretty peachy keen there at the Blue Water Inn. You aren't bothered anymore that evening. It's the first real like good solid night's rest you've gotten since you came to Barovia.
Second.
Ha ha ha.
Right. Well, not all of us are as lucky as Tristan.
Yep.
I don't think
That's
any
the
of
word
us
we're
are as lucky as him. He's rolling 28s over here.
Yeah.
All right, so
You
Up
guys are here in N2. And just a refresher, the town square is over here in N8. The church is over here in N1. The orphanage is over here in this red circle. The guy that Beetlejaw wants to go talk to is over here in this red circle. And you guys are also aware of where the Burgermaster's mansion is.
We'll need that at 1 o'clock.
mhm.
Meister Burger.
Here's
Burger, Meister Burger.
Meister Burgermeister make. His house is N3, which I have to illuminate. So, that's the Burgermaster. That's the orphanage. That's the church. And you guys are where it says you are here. Underneath the little marker.
Oh, okay.
What would you guys like to do?
Go ahead, Lily.
I think Hedridge wanted to go for that one dude, right? Are we doing that?
He's not here.
Okay. So probably shouldn't do that. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fair.
What are you doing?
We should probably head to the orphanage, especially with the summons from Burgermaster.
Yeah.
Do we-
Burgermeister.
If we
Yeah.
pass any shops along the way, we should go in and look and see, I think.
For what?
Look and see for what?
I
Now she's in the mood to shop.
no. I'm just concerned about getting into another battle. 'Cause I
Curse
really
you,
want
D&D
to
Beyond.
up my AC.
Oh well, we should have had some time last night. If we have the gold, I could have made you that chain shirt that we talked about last week.
Oh yeah.
You guys got a magic guy. You make stuff.
Only once per day, and only
Well,
metal.
it's up to you. If that's what we can do that if you want to use it today.
I mean, it would have been for yesterday, so I still have my channel divinity for today. So
Oh, okay. All right, yeah. Okay. That's fine. Never mind. Yeah, let's go to the orphanage. Let's do that. Lily's having a crazy moment. She's talking to herself. Like, no, what's going on?
Apparently, someone needs some books.
All right, so you guys go on your merry way off to the St. Andrew's Orphanage, named for the same saint that the church is named after. You guys head over yonder. It is a
Yep.
pretty nice day here in Valakai. I mean, it's you do get a certain sense of safety and security being in town instead of being, adrift in the world, basically. Are you guys taking Lancelot with you, or are you going to leave him back at the tavern?
I'm gonna vote to leave him at the tavern just so he's safe. If he will stay there, it'd be nice.
Yeah, he could stay in your guys' room.
Great, because if something happens to him, I don't want that on my head.
All right.
So you guys start making your way on over. What did I do with it? And walking over, you do see that this area sort of is a little bit off on its own a lot. There's a well-tended garden, a couple of hedges and topiaries around. You do see there are a number of children sort of running around in the yard with a couple of really strange toys.
Like Beetlejaw Puppet Strange, or
Not specific for you guys, but you do see that there is sort of like a little gallows that has a little doll that you can hang. There's a couple of teddy bears with like real sharp werewolf teeth. Basically anything that Jack Skellington would have made for Christmas.
Oh.
And all of them do have a tag that says, "Is no Blinsky, is no fun."
Is no okay. Maybe we'll look into that later.
And when a couple of kids see you guys, they do rush up to say hello and introduce themselves. One little girl in particular runs up to you guys, and she just seems awestruck by the five of you.
Is her mouth open?
It is
staring
open.
Staring at the sky.
It is.
Is it raining?
Not yet.
Okay.
Looks like rain though.
Close your mouth, kid. You'll drown.
Wow.
Tut tut, it looks like rain. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Elena.
Do you live here?
Yes, I do live here. I live here with all of the other orphans in town. What's your name?
My name is Lily. It's nice to meet you. I'm here with my friends. Do you think we could come inside?
She kind of looks down at her feet and kind of rocks back and forth a little bit. Maybe. Are you related to Mr. Izek?
I don't think so.
He's the big scary guard captain. He comes around sometimes. He kind of looks like you. Well, I just in this part. She kind of rubs her arm.
Arm.
He's real scary.
Oh. I'm sorry. Do you think that we're scary?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I promise we're not here to hurt you.
Okay. I'll come inside. I'll go get Mistress Belasco.
All right. Thank you.
And she'll lead you into the front area of the orphanage. And this front hallway is wood paneled and dimly lit. You do see the wooden floors are old and worn, and the steps of the main staircase kind of sag with age. You do see a haphazard pile of children's shoes just scattered by the wall, kind of where the kids dropped them while they were running by. And you do see there are a lot of kids just around in this area. That room off to your guys' left appears to be like the main living area. And Elena will kind of take Lily by the hand and lead and take you guys into that area, and she'll plop you down on the couch. And you do see this living area features an old couch, a few mismatched stuffed chairs. There's some chests that are crammed with worn old toys and two small dining tables. 3 young girls crowd around a dollhouse in the south of the room, and an older boy paces with a toddler on each hip as he tries to soothe them. Another boy and girl are playing a game of tag and chase each other around the furniture, and an older girl sits in the corner and reads aloud to 4 more gathered toddlers. The room is very loud and noisy. It feels very much like Cheaper by the Dozen over here.
Oh. Helena, are there any adults here?
I'll go get Mr. Spilasco. And with that, she scarpers off.
Okay. Do I recognize any, like, do I hear the story? Is it like a story I would know that would be distracting to me?
Give me a perception check.
And named Brady.
I have so much going on at my thing. It's fine. It's loading, so you know. What are you doing? Wait, they have little lock symbols next to them? I don't, what is happening? What have I broken? Just exit out of that.
Sorry, one second.
There we go. It's fine. Figured it out. Six.
All right, so listening over with a 6, you do hear the you hear a the story they're telling is the story that Lady Tanya told you about the Vistani with the 3 incontrovertible truths. That first night back around the campfire.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids seem enwrapped in the story.
Well, if the adult doesn't come in soon, I will walk over there and listen, or at least get a little bit closer. Where are they? Like where this table is with a whole bunch around it?
Yeah, they're over there. So the dollhouse is over here. The kids that are reading are over here. And then there's other kids just sort of running all over the place like crazy.
Okay, while I'm waiting, I just kind of casually move this way so I'm a little bit closer to them.
Cool. Beetlejaw does hear some footsteps coming down the stairs. And sure enough, this woman walks into the room. And she walks up to each of you and she says, "How can I help you?"
Well, we are looking for the young boy who sometimes works as the
Gravedigger.
Milvavo, yes, he lives here. What is this concerning?
Can we speak where the children can't hear us?
She kind of straightens her dress and she says, "Yes, there's a room. I have an office upstairs. Please come with me."
Thank you.
She says, "I am Mistress Claudia Belasco."
My name is Tyrion.
It's very nice to meet you, Tyrion.
Likewise.
And as you guys are sort of moving away upstairs, she does kind of ask, as you're sort of leaving the area where the kids are, she says, "Is he in some sort of trouble?"
He might. It depends. If we can get to him.
Well, I hope that you can, because he is not well.
What do you mean by not well?
He has been sick for the last couple of days. He called off of work yesterday, and he was not able to. He was not able to go in and perform his duties. He's been in bed in some kind of strange coma for the last day or so.
So he's here then.
He is here, and she leads you into this office, which is over on the ground floor,
Not upstairs. Okay,
not
perfect.
upstairs. And you can see the door from the hallway leading into this room bears a plaque that reads Headmistress Claudia Belasco. And this appears to be a relatively modest office space featuring a desk set in front of an aged fireplace. The bookshelves lining the north wall appear to contain mostly official documents and just volumes of books.
So did we move? Did we move?
We're over here now.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see how this works. Okay.
You're free to move if you'd like to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And she'll sit down behind her desk.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty distracted by the books, so.
Are you a big reader, dear? She kind of looks you up and down.
I'm a librarian, or was a librarian before I came here, so yes, you can say that.
I'm afraid we don't have many libraries in the valley. This is, I have a decent collection of books, and you're welcome to borrow anything that you need, but I don't know where you're going to find more.
Well, this is enough to at least make me feel at home, so thank you. I appreciate that.
My pleasure. Again, sorry about the condition of the house. It's been hard without Milivo at full capacity. He grew up here, and he's been a wonderful contributor to the community.
Save for when he bullies some of your other children.
That is a new development. He didn't used to do that. Something has been wrong with him.
And how long exactly has something been wrong with him?
Feels like about a month, maybe 2.
I see. Well, we have reason to believe that he has taken something from beneath the church, and he has hidden it away as a means to spite one of the children he's been bullying.
She kind of tenses up, and she adjusts herself in her chair. She looks up at you. She says, I don't think he has whatever you think it is he stole. He returned last night, or the other day, and he had a bag of gold pieces with him that he gave to us. He said it was to make up for the work he had been unable to do at the church. But it was a lot of gold.
Most likely then he's sold what he took.
So it would seem. I'm afraid I would ask him, but he won't come to. Everybody give me an insight check.
Kind of out of character question here. How old is this guy again? I don't quite remember how old.
Yeska said that he was a bigger boy, but he didn't specify an exact age.
Okay, so we're talking. Okay.
We're talking probably some sort of teenager.
That's what I thought. What check did you say? Sorry, I was like totally. Thank you.
Insight.
Thank you.
Hey, what you guys doing in here? Hey, I just noticed that.
Wow, I mean, I'm with you. I don't know anything.
All right, Matthias. So you actually pick up on something. There is something that she is not telling you that does not seem to be related to this current predicament, but you can tell that there's sort of a relief that you're not pursuing a different line of questioning.
Okay. Why don't you give us the full story there? I can't help but feel like you're holding something back. We're here to help.
It's rather forward of you, don't you think, to assume I'm not telling you the full truth?
Well, that doesn't really count as a denial, if you know what I'm saying. I get it. We're strangers. I can understand why you'd be a little mistrustful, but again, we're here to help.
One of the children here passed away unexpectedly. Around the same time that Milivo fell into his coma. Yesterday. A young boy named Cedric, he fell from the second-story window and he did not survive.
When did he fall? In the morning, in the evening?
It was in the afternoon. While Milivo, after Milivo had returned from his, wherever he went to gather that gold. And it was shortly after that that Milivo crawled into bed and has not woken up. The boy who was playing with Cedric said it was an accident. His name is Felix. He is a new addition to the orphanage. He's been in our care for about a month and a half now.
There are a lot of orphans for a town that has not been visited by he who shall not be named for quite some time.
You noticed that, did you?
It's rather obvious.
She walks over and she closes the blinds. She says, "You're newcomers, so I feel I can speak frankly with you about my concerns without you reporting to the Smile Police." She kind of smirks.
So long as you don't report us for not smiling this entire time, because, dear Lord, my jaw still hurts from yesterday.
Oh, you get used to it.
I don't want to.
I feel like this is the point where Edric would be like, he's still just standing there. We're all creepy like. We're all just kind of giving him a wide circle.
Yeah.
She said there is a lot of death in this town. Just because the devil doesn't come here doesn't mean his agents don't. And it doesn't mean that this isn't a dangerous place, and it doesn't mean that there aren't worthless addicts who sell their children to hags.
Why would they sell them?
In exchange for those damn pies.
I'm sorry,
Well,
what?
The hags we encountered yesterday on our way here. The pies are apparently some sort of addictive substance.
Yes. Highly addictive. They'll force people to ruin their entire lives, and I'm the one left to take care of the children.
Huh. Well, I'm sure glad we didn't eat that. But they might not be bothering you for a while, hopefully.
I don't know if that's better or worse.
Eh.
Are you saying that their supply has been cut off?
I'm saying that we had an encounter with them and hopefully it has some sort of impact.
Well, somebody should let the town guard know we're about to have a lot of addicts and withdrawal.
Oh, jeez.
Just so long as you leave us out of that equation so the guards don't decide that we're part of the problem.
Yeah, maybe I won't say anything to them then, because I feel like they're going to blame us right away.
Yes.
Things must be, you guys must be very streetwise where you come from.
I just read a lot of books. They tell me how to act.
I would be more than happy to have you take a look at Milivo and see if you can ascertain something else about his condition that is beyond my means.
Might as well. Do one of you, looking at Matthias, Lily, and Tristan, do one of you want to speak with Felix and find out what happened to Cedric? I'll take Edric and we can go see Milivo, see what we can ascertain.
I'll go talk to him.
So the group's splitting up, and Tyrion and Edric are going to go look at Milivo, and everybody else is going to go talk to Felix.
That was the suggestion, but
Wait, does this involve leaving the house?
No, Felix lives here.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm fine with going to a separate room to talk to him, sort of thing. I look at Matthias and Tristan and ask if they want to come with me.
Feels like a good idea.
Yeah, nobody should go by themselves.
Okay. Miss Belasco will accompany Tyrion into the room with Milivo, but she will say that Felix has been keeping himself in the attic upstairs.
Right?
Children addicts that could possibly go wrong.
And she'll get Olania to take you guys upstairs. Olena to take you guys upstairs. So the group splits up. Tyrion and Edric, you guys head over to meet Milivo. And sure enough, this bedroom, it's this one here in the corner of the house, on the bottom floor. This bedroom is sparsely furnished. The floors are covered with dirt, and an old shovel lies on the ground at the foot of the bed. A sickly young man sleeps fitfully. He's covered in sweat from fever and has blood-mixed bile on his lips. His pallor is yellow-tinged and deathly pale. He kind of looks like... Oh, maybe.
First member of the Walking Dead.
He looks like this, but a lot more sick.
I was about to say, dang, he doesn't look too bad.
But yeah, he's just kind of tossing and turning fitfully in his sleep.
all right. Let me see about a medicine check.
Yeah, I guess I got to see what we got going on over here. What his things.
Oh, Lily, you went upstairs.
Huh? Oh no, I'm checking for Beetlejuice since I have his
Oh yeah.
character sheet.
I forgot Beetlejuice was here.
Yeah, I mean I'm unfamiliar with what he has, so I'm. Medicine's not too bad. He could do a medicine check, I guess.
You want who to do a medicine check?
She's gonna roll for Edric.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We'll say, doesn't nobody want me?
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. So between Tyrion and Edric's sort of medical expertise and your guys' divine senses, being a cleric and a paladin, you guys are able to determine that his disease is in fact magical in nature and is not contagious. You are able to get the unstable aura of a fiend you're sort of feeling emanating off of him. And you're reasonably sure that healing magic and healing potions will have no effect on him. You would suspect that his illness could only be cured by a greater restoration spell or the elimination of whatever is causing this fiendish aura to permeate him.
Okay.
It almost feels like a long-form possession.
Oh,
The cure
Okay.
wounds wouldn't do anything here.
correct. And lay on hands. All of his uses wouldn't do it either.
Right. And it does look like he just walked in here, dropped the shovel on the ground, and fell into bed and has not woken up.
Okay. Is there anything with our combined medical knowledge, is there anything we can do to make him more comfortable so that he doesn't succumb to this before we could potentially drive it out?
You suspect that you could make his body comfortable, but the spirit is really what is what
Right.
the issue is. You could put some ice on him. You could, make sure he's hydrated, even though he's unconscious.
Right.
Get an IV bag. No, that's probably not gonna work.
We don't have that kind of medical knowledge.
I got this.
Get some leeches.
All right. Turn to Miss Velasco, I suppose. I think we know what he's suffering from, and there is not a quick answer. Do you have any idea who he might have sold that item to? Who in town or coming through town would have wanted something worth that much?
I don't even know anybody in town who can afford something like that.
The Burgermeister?
Maybe him, maybe Lady Wachter. She's another noble lady in town. Vasily von Holtz, the guy who runs the vending house, he might have that kind of money, but the amount of gold he brought to me was not insubstantial.
Could he have left?
I don't think he would have gotten far.
She will say, I think I have something that might help, just based on what you guys are telling me. And she goes back to her office, and she comes back, and she has a book with her. And you see on the cover, it says Beyond the Morning Lord's Sight. It's a very thin book detailing the basics of demons and demon worships.
Mm-hmm.
She says, I found some runes carved into Cedric's bed after his death. And I tracked them into this book, trying to figure out if I could, translate them or anything like that.
Okay.
But I don't speak Abyssal or Infernal or anything like that.
Oh, give me the book. Let me see it, please.
Do you speak it?
We're about to find out something spooky about Tyrion.
Yeah.
Beetlejaw just stares. Takes one step back.
And yeah, she'll hand the book to you, Tyrion.
All right. You said it's an Infernal?
She says it's either Infernal or Abyssal. I'm having trouble figuring it out.
All right, so I take a look at it. I should be able to tell right away if I can read it or not.
It is written in Infernal.
Yep, I can read it.
Awesome. Yeah, and it looks like this is all just, as you're reading through it, it's almost like the ABCs of Infernal in the back. There's a little, just the barest basics of these two languages.
Mm-hmm.
Can you please make an intelligence history check for me?
Sure.
I'm really glad you can read that, because I was about to be so mad for Lily if she wasn't in this room and this was happening.
Book knowledge. Oh yeah, Tyrion. So you definitely, as you're thumbing through this, being a priest, you're able to tell a lot of this information is not founded in reality. It's a lot of speculation and a lot of urban legends and hearsay and the like. But you are able to determine that the runes that she circled in there, that rune says dark dreams.
Okay.
And that you do know is an actual potent infernal rune that generally gives people who sleep around it bad nightmares and allows psychic influence to start working its way into people who rest around it.
Okay. Cedric's bed alone, or was it near any other children?
Cedric Cedric did live in a dormitory with a number of other boys. But they are all gone except for Felix.
They all had accidents.
No, Cedric is the only one who passed away, but 3 of the boys ran away.
Ran away. Did they complain about any nightmares before they disappeared?
They did,
This,
but I didn't know. I thought they were just children being children. I didn't know anything of the sort.
this rune is potent. It can allow a lot of demonic energy in and around the area where it's carved. I think we might need to get upstairs and help the others with Felix.
Meanwhile,
Oh
upstairs,
no.
as we change maps to the orphanage attic,
Because nothing goes wrong in attics.
Ever.
we join Tristan, Lily, and Matthias as they head on upstairs.
Moving on up.
The stairs.
And did I make a token for him? I don't think I did.
And deal with this fancy new map.
Anyway, you guys do see as you come up into the attic, there's sort of a trap door that has a fold-out ladder that goes up into the attic. And as you guys head up, the attic is rather barren of furnishings and otherwise choked with dust and cobwebs. There are a few random piles of clutter, but nothing of much significance. At the far end of the room, by the attic's only window, is a small boy sitting in a lone chair silhouetted by incoming light.
Ominous.
Huh.
Before we
He kind of
walk-
looks like a baby Andy.
Oh.
Wow.
Ouch. That's painful, Alex.
Well, at least you're still human.
Adorable.
Gobble, gobble.
Local opponent, thank you so much for subscribing. That's awesome.
Thanks, Blake.
Damien, put down the book.
No, father.
So yeah,
Oh,
he's
wait, sorry,
chilling over
I'm
here
wrong
looking out
Batman.
the window.
Yo, before we walk over there, oh no, wait, crap, I got rid of my sense magic thing.
Oof.
Why did I do that? No, I know why I did it. I don't know. I'm gonna put on armor of Agathis. If I wasted it, I wasted it. I don't care. I have a feeling. I know things.
Armor up.
Is it invisible?
It leaves sort of a cool frost across your body.
Okay. I'll do that. That's fine.
What would you guys
Okay.
like to do?
I'll make my way across the room to the demon child.
You do see that as you get closer, he is working on whittling something with a large knife.
Can we tell what it is?
It's hard to tell. He's whittling something. He'd have to get up and look over his shoulder.
Okay.
Steak.
I will
Wait.
be like a hot. I say Felix, right?
That is his name, yeah.
Okay, so Felix? So you
I don't know you.
That's my purse.
well, we're friends of Miss what's her name?
Belasco.
Belasco. Yeah, I'm sorry. We're friends with Miss Belasco. We're just coming up here to check on you.
Miss Belasco doesn't have any friends. She spends every night drinking wine by herself in her room. I hear her when she cries.
Well, what you making there?
I'm making a Cedric.
You're making was Cedric Your friend?
Eh. He was there. And now he's not. I don't see why everyone was so upset when Cedric died. I saw his body. He only bled a little bit. My parents bled a lot more than that, and I'm fine.
Mm-hmm. Guys, any look back at you guys for help.
What do you want, Miss Belasco's friend? Do you want to play? He kind of looks up at you.
No, I don't think I want to play. Can I see your doll that you're making?
No.
Oh. Okay. Can I just like hold person this kid because like
Standard response.
I mean, if he barked at me like that, I would think he's did he like have demons come out of him when he said that?
Nothing's come out of him yet.
All right. Let's hear you, little brat. Okay, what are we supposed to be finding out exactly? Because I don't.
You were just checking on him to see what the heck was, if he knew anything about the accident or anything else of that nature.
Okay, that's what I thought. So, if he doesn't want to give me the doll, okay, why not?
Because it's not finished yet. If you want a doll of yourself, you gotta earn it.
What do you mean earn it?
You'll see.
Uh-huh.
How long have you been here?
Since Cedric fell. And since Millivaux went to sleep.
This is just creepy.
Right.
Do you want a doll, pretty lady?
Nope. I don't think I want a doll, but
Too bad.
It's like Demon Yoda.
And he kind of lifts up the Cedric doll he's carving, and he looks up at you, and he throws it out the window.
all right.
Zoinks, yo.
And as he does that, the light coming from the attic's far window seems to dim of its own accord, suppressed by an unnatural, invisible force. A dark, putrid smoke begins to exude from Felix's skin, wafting from his body as an impenetrable shadow.
When are we
As the
going to learn
boy's body slumps forward, the shadow begins to take form, arms stretching out from the central mass in solid black claws. A demonic face grins, bearing rows of razor-sharp teeth. And I would like everyone to roll initiative, please.
Is it free? Something like that.
I'm just saying, I was gonna hold person him, but then everyone laughed and it didn't happen. So
wow,
they all laughed at me.
Wow,
you're totally allowed to do whatever you feel like, though.
Well, it's too late now. He's already a thing.
He's a thing.
So I'm rolling initiative for.
Don't forget to click on your token first, so it shows up in the turn order.
Gosh darn it! Well, I got a 13 for me. If you want to put it in there.
Yeah, I'll put it in there.
Thanks. Well, I can't click on there it is. I see it now. Never mind.
Oh.
Gosh, I have no HP. It's just so obvious now.
Is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Lily got a 13, you said?
I got a 13, and I think
Beetlejaw got a 13.
Beetlejaw got a 17.
17.
Yes, and Lily got a 13.
All right. So Beetlejaw and Tyrion, you guys will be there on round 2
Cool.
Great. Of course.
because you were making your way this direction.
Something bad's about to happen. We got to go save the others. Oh, too late.
So Lily, because Beetlejaw is running up the stairs, you are up first.
Great. Okay. So a whole person only works on
He
humanoids.
only works on
right?
humanoids. Yes.
Well, he was humanoid. It's fine.
Everything's fine.
It's all fine.
This is fine.
This is fine. This is fine.
Look at this. How close are you to me, Tristan? And where are you, Matthias?
I am actually fairly close to you up in the attic.
Okay, there you are. I see you.
Tristan
now.
and I came with you.
Well, I just know. I mean, like physically, how close to you are me?
Looks like there's 5 feet between us.
Okay. Because I'm thinking about just thunder stepping my way out of there and take. I think I could take one of you with me. Like I just want to back up a little.
I think
bit.
Tristan is the only one that's close enough.
Important note: the ceiling is 10 feet tall.
Huh?
Important note: the ceiling is 10 feet up.
Why is that important?
When I go an overhand swing with the sword, I'm going to catch the rafters and therefore break the. I was kidding.
I see. Dramatic.
Yes.
I don't like being first. There's a lot of pressure here.
Sometimes cleric initiative is the best initiative.
As the cleric trundles up the stairs.
Oh, Rob, can you take away the demon? Sorry.
What? Take away the demon? Yes,
Just-
Rob, take away the demon.
Not the token, just the demon.
Oh, man. Thought we were getting off light there for a second. When are we going to learn to stay out of haunted houses?
This is
Never.
all.
Honor.
All right, I'm just gonna Eldritch
Slightly
Blast him.
different.
Welcome to Ravenloft.
All the houses are haunted.
The haunted haunt.
Yep, I'm gonna just try to, I guess, Eldritch Blast him because I believe that went up in.
It did. You actually get to shoot 2 Eldritch Blasts for the price of 1 now.
I do. So that's first level. The no wait. What?
In Soviet Borovia, house haunt you.
Oh, I just clicked on Green Flame Blade. Haha, but that doesn't help me right now. I don't think.
The hit points does this monster have?
Too many.
I think just enough.
I disagree.
So I roll a d20, right? No,
Yeah,
I rolled.
yes. No,
Eldritch
you just
Blast.
click Eldritch Blast. Yep.
I'm sorry. It's Monday. I'm studying for finals all day. This is going real well. Eldritch Blast. All right.
I'm the one who's had a week off. I should be all. Ooh.
How did you roll a 0?
Yeah, that's
I'm like done
awesome,
rolling
isn't it?
for myself. How does this happen?
I gotta go figure out how that happened.
It doesn't look like it's set up correctly because it got 1d20 CS after it.
Oh, that's my fault. No, it says +7 for Eldritch Blast.
Yeah,
But
but it's got
how's it
7
roll a 0?
plus. It's got 2 pluses in there. It probably doesn't know how to figure it out.
You know what? What if we just forget that happened and I hit him? I just melee him because
It's a
this is-
14,
Oh, I see.
and that one is a 18. So you have a 14 and an 18 for 9 and 6, and we'll figure out what's going on with the numbers later.
I figured it out. I modified your guys' proficiency modifier because it wouldn't do that from D&D Beyond.
It wouldn't.
And okay, I think it's fixed now. Okay, but what did you get to hit?
The first one's a 14. The second one is an 18.
Okay, those will both hit for 15 points of damage.
Yep.
15
points of force damage.
I get to. Wow. So if I hit him with 2 beams, I get. I thought they split off. So in my mind, they would split off.
You can do that if there's more than one enemy.
Okay. Yay.
Yeah. Welcome to the Eldritch Blast Club.
Yay.
All right. What does it look like as your Eldritch Blast goes off and confuses the random number generator and the Dungeon Master?
And the person who shot it. I feel like there's a little bit of like, wow, I'm strong now on Lily's face, and big sparks, just big sparks, like 2 of them right back to back, zap zap.
And the demon kind of hits the wall and roars at you, and this voluminous white mist emerges from its mouth and fills the room.
Oh boy.
Matthias.
All right. Stepping up, drawing the sword. And I get to attack twice now. That's correct?
That is correct.
Oh, then. Here's hoping proficiency bonuses work.
Yours is probably messed up, too.
Don't say that. Well, yes. Well, yes, it is. How is Andy figuring out what I rolled?
Because you can hover over it and it shows you. So
8 + 3 + 3 is 14.
Why does it why does it show 19 + 3 + 3? That's weird. But yeah, that's 14.
I think I fixed it. I'm going to go and see if this fixes it for everybody.
Should we
But
take
14
a break
does
while
hit.
we figure this out? Like, would it help to take our... Do you want to figure it out then, or?
Nah, it's a quick
right.
fix for me.
In the midst of combat is no good. All right. So then, second attack. Wham.
Swing.
Oh, what just happened? What just happened?
Alex is messing with the character sheets.
Oh, well, that's no good. All right.
No one knows. God, 5th level is a lot, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Try swinging again.
Oh, sure. Put it back. Put it back the way it was.
Well, the first attack does hit for
7
points of damage.
Curses.
The second one, it takes the first one. You notice that it's sort of like still working on intimidating Lily, and it doesn't even get out of the way when you swing that sword. And then the other one, it's like, hey, stop it.
Yeah.
Don't stab me.
And then are you happy hanging out there, or you want to move?
Yes. I will stay there because hopefully that will allow Lily to step back. Or not.
All right, Tristan, you're up.
Yes, so I'm going to mock the bad guy, and yes, you're short and you have a funny name.
Take that, Felix. Oh, DC save 15. All right.
DC save.
And that's a wisdom saving throw?
Yes, it is.
He fails, so he takes 6 points of damage.
And
Great.
And he has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
And for my
so awesome.
bonus action, inspire.
Inspired.
So next time you take 2 swings, you'll have inspiration.
And that will
Give you a plus D8.
Very nice.
Being a 5th level bard is awesome.
Yes, it is. I now get these back after a short rest.
All right. And are you happy hanging out there, Tristan, or do you want to move at all?
I like it here.
Cool.
I'm not in arm's reach.
All right. The shadow monster is going to jump onto the ceiling and stick there. Lily and Matthias, you guys do get attacks of opportunity against him if you are holding a melee weapon in your hand.
Ooh.
Is my sickle always in my
happen
hand?
to be doing just that.
It's up to you. I think generally you've had it, but I don't know if you would have had it out while you were talking to a kid.
I would assume my hand would have been on it once he started. It's like, goodness.
You could have drawn it. You could have drawn it as you.
All right, whatever you did, turn it back off because
Sorry.
So I just hit melee on my thing.
Yeah, just the sickle attack is cool. A 12 will also miss. So he jumps up.
What did you do? You know what? I don't even. This is.
He sticks to the ceiling, and he extends his shadow arms out to attack Lily. And he is able to attack you because he has a 10-foot reach.
This is why it was important that the ceiling was 10 feet away.
But he does have disadvantage on this attack because bards are cruel.
Yes, I am. I'm a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
Oh, it could have been a 24, but it was an 8. So, Lily, you are A-okay. The shadows come swooping down, and the claws just miss over your head as you duck out of the way.
Okay. Awesome.
Well,
Tyrion, you're running upstairs. Beetlejaw, you arrive upstairs this round. So Beetlejaw makes it upstairs. If he wants to make a ranged action, he can. Or he can take a double move and try to close into melee. Up to you, Lily.
That's so much pressure on a character that's not mine. I'm going to assume to move twice and make a melee. So he's up close because then he can use his other stuff better.
Cool. He doesn't quite make it, but he gets pretty close.
I see.
All right, Lily, you're up.
Awesome. I'm so together with this right now. I am going to. I'm gonna try to hit him again with. No, he's up. I can't hit him with my sickle.
Yep, he is out of your reach from a melee attack, but you can shoot Eldritch Blast at him if you want.
Sure. Yep, that's what I'm doing.
15 will hit. Ow.
Oh, and I get to do it again. Oh my gosh, this is like
finger guns.
Lily is just like.
But 10's not going to hit. So he kind of ducks behind the rafter with that one. He's skittering all over the place, and he's emanating this horrible hissing noise everywhere he goes. Do you want to move, Lily? Since, well, you would still incur an attack of opportunity, but you can move if you want to. Cool.
Nope. You got me the first time you ever asked that question. It's never going to happen, Kim.
All right. Matthias, you're up.
It's up on the ceiling. Can I don't know, like wait to try and like if it reaches down again, can I try and attack it as it reaches down? Like, can I don't know if you can delay, if that sounds very 3.5, doesn't it?
It does. In terms of physics, I would say that yes, you could ready an action to attack its arm when it comes into range.
Okay. So I will slide over next to Lily then and prepare to attack it when it reaches for her.
Awesome.
Hey.
Or me. I guess if it's reaching for either one of us, if it reaches down, I will have at thee.
Well, you're close to Edric too, so he can.
Sure.
I'm trying to. I'm just gonna mute myself for.
All right, so Matthias is waiting. He takes a defensive pose as this thing is skittering in the rafters above you guys, almost disappearing into the shadows up there. Tristan.
No. See, we don't like that, and you can't be hit by my friends if you stay up there. So I need to make you move from up there, and I'm going to do that by filling the area full of daggers.
You knew this was going to happen.
Daggers.
That's such a good spell. It's such a good spell.
Pull up my dagger and fling it, which it transforms into a cloud of daggers.
He makes he just takes that 10 points of damage on the face.
Effect.
Yeah, but it's an area of effect that doesn't give a dexterity saving throw.
Well, because you can leave.
Yeah.
Take that.
But he starts his turn there, so he will go ahead and take another attack.
That's rude.
Ow. He was not a fan of that. So he's going to skitter away from the cloud of daggers.
But why?
He doesn't want to get shot with daggers all day. And he will attempt to attack Tristan.
That's rude.
Oh,
Does a 21 hit you?
Ow.
of course.
You take 6 points of necrotic damage. As you feel some of your life essence begin to drain out of you and into the shadow demon.
How close to speed does y'all have to be to do the thing?
It has to be
next to him.
Next to him. But he will also reach down to attack Lily, so Matthias, you do get that attack.
All right.
It's a little squirrely, but you get it.
Sure. I'll take Squirrely.
Squirrel girl.
Maybe this one won't miss completely. I stand corrected. Son of a.
You miss, but he also misses Lily with a 9. So
And here I am with a cloud of long swords. They're just swinging in the air.
swinging it around. All right, Tyrion, you arrive up the trapdoor.
All right. But I will move to there, and
You see an unconscious kid over there by that chair up against the window, and you see everybody looking at the ceiling trying to deal with something that's up there.
all right. Well, let's see if I can't illuminate that a little bit. I will cast my Sacred Flame at it, which, if you could add that back to my macro list, Alex, but I can.
Whoops, I forgot.
It's okay.
I forgot that spell.
That is okay. I can hit for 23 for 7 damage,
Ouch.
and it's radiant damage.
Ugh.
Okay, whatever you just did, teach me how to roll so I can do that.
You said it's radiant damage?
It is radiant damage.
Oof.
Demons don't like radiant damage.
He did not like that, not one bit, Sam I am.
I'm pretty sure I just made a friend.
Beetlejuice's turn.
Beetlejuice has so many things. How did? Oh, oh my!
How does he have so many things?
I know. I'm like reading through this, and I'm like, I am definitely a newbie at this game. Let's see. Can I throw a javelin?
Yeah, you can throw a javelin.
I mean, I feel like he doesn't do that enough. Okay, I see why. It's only a 1d6 plus. You know what? I'm throwing a javelin.
And usually he's up in melee throwing. He doesn't have to attack something at range. That's what
yeah,
Tristan and I are for.
I'm not close enough to hit him. So, javelin.
He definitely hits with the javelin.
Yes. I'm gonna call back to him and be like, "You had a javelin this whole time?"
Usually everything's closer.
It's
I remember
true.
him using it once.
Well, it takes at least 3 times before Lily sees what's happening. Like she's pretty distracted by all these monsters and taking notes and all this stuff, you know.
Clouds of daggers.
Clouds of daggers, which is a spell that like a lot of people can have, and I'm like, what if we all just get Cloud of Daggers?
You guys can just
I
create a
don't know
whole.
that I can do that.
Walls of clouds of daggers.
Oof. Lily, it's your turn.
Oh my god. Okay, this is and I just accidentally edited it out of my thing. I guess I could shoot a crossbow at him. Or
You
I
have
could...
Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Don't rely on a crossbow when you have magical powers.
Totally.
Magical powers. 17 will hit. 21 will hit. Owie.
I can't die. Look at this, Alex. Sorry that we're so awesome now.
It's okay. I'm here for you guys to be awesome. So the
Don't
Eldritch
jinx
Blast flies into the ceiling. He's looking messed up, gang.
Don't jinx it.
Matthias, it's your turn.
All right. I guess I just want to try and move. So try that attack when he reaches down again.
Mhm.
So I mean, I can't really get him on the ceiling, so that's all I can do for now.
Cool. Tristan.
I will drop the cloud of daggers. Stop concentrating on it. I will mock the child because he likes to be a pincushion. That's all he's good for.
Well, the child's unconscious over by the chair.
Well, the demon child.
Sure.
And he sure fails.
And I will.
I think I played this demon in Evil Dead the Musical, the way you guys are punking him.
And I look over my buddy with the shield and inspire.
Nice. Thank you.
Inspired.
I may have watched those videos again.
All right. Are you happy there, Tristan, or do you want to do anything else?
I'll just make a little tiny step since I'm not provoking anything, but I'm not quite. Don't feel like I'm all up in his face.
Cool. He is going to take the disengage action.
Aww.
And he jumps back into the body of the little boy, stands up, and holds a knife to his throat.
Dude.
So
He says, I'm walking out of here. I don't care what you all say.
Afraid not, Smoky Demon.
Come at me and I'll kill the boy.
What are the odds of this will work? It's not my turn. But...
Okay.
Tyrion is the one with the immediate
Yes.
action after that.
Let me see if I have anything here.
No.
Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to be definitely need to heal the boy after this. But I am going to use heat metal on the knife to make him drop it.
Nice.
Oof. That didn't cause any damage.
Well, I don't think it's set up to.
I thought I put it in the macro to do damage.
I didn't read it from the macro, but it's here.
Cool. It's 2d8 plus 1.
Yep.
And he makes a constitution save to not drop the knife, but I don't think the little boy is going to be able to handle that.
Nope.
So Felix takes 7 points of damage and he drops unconscious.
Yes. It's better than dead.
It is better than dead. And we will see what happens in a moment.
Break time.
No, I mean, combat's not over.
True.
So since I was
You did have an action ready if you want to do something.
So yeah, if I can step up and give this jerk what for?
It depends on if he dropped
Apparently
out.
not. Boy, it would sure be nice to get higher than a 12 every now and then.
That does hit Felix.
Not who I'm trying to hit.
I don't think he's out of the body yet.
Yeah, he's still in the body.
You did all that damage and didn't drive him out of the body? Well,
I was specifically trying to make it so he didn't kill Felix with the knife while one of us approached. So
sorry, I misunderstood your attack there.
it's okay.
Is it possible to try and disarm? He's dropped though.
He is unconscious. The body is unconscious.
All right, so kick the knife away then. This is like magic stuff beyond my purview. Like, demon possessing people. Just give me something to kill. So I will give the knife away. No, we stop. Not today, Satan. So I will just kick the knife away and try, and clear out for one of these magical heebie-jeebie types that come in here and do what they do best.
All right. Does Beetlejaw want to do anything?
So, yes, I'm sure he does.
Lily, if you have any spell slots left, I will say you actually have the perfect spell for this situation.
Hold person, yeah.
No, not that one.
Okay. He can cure the little. Would curing the little boy be bad in combat still?
It would make the little boy conscious again.
And let the demon use his body.
Beetlejaw. Command. What does that do?
That allows him to give somebody a one-word command.
Can he tell the demon to get out of the little boy's body?
That's multiple words.
Out?
You could say out.
Before I do that, is that the goal of what we want? Do we want the demon out of the little boy?
Yes.
Okay.
Because then we can kill the demon.
All right.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that.
Kill the wabbit.
I think. Except I had a hint that I have the perfect spell for this. I don't know what the spell is.
And Beetlejaw could hold, and you can purview your spell list and cast what spell.
Oh yeah,
out.
he does have whole person. Okay, yep, I'm doing that. Okay.
It's unconscious. I don't know that it works on an unconscious form.
So can you like physically hold him down? I don't.
Yes,
I don't
you
know.
could.
Yeah. That way, if it wakes back up, the demon's not running around and keep the body.
Okay,
Yep.
yeah. So Beetlejaw will move closer to the little boy
And lay on him.
Pitiful humans.
Are we sure we're not the bad guys?
Sorry, kid. I crush you now. Okay, that's what he's doing.
All right, so he lays down. He holds the boy down.
Yep.
Lily, you're up.
Lily is up. Lily is looking for things. I do have spell slots left. Oh, wait, is it the protection?
Yep. Protection from evil will drive out of possession.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go touch the little boy. Be like, all right, guys, I'm gonna let it out. Are we ready?
Yeah. Let it rip.
All right, so reach over, put my hand on the little boy's shoulder, and I guess out it goes.
Yeah. So you put your hands on Felix's shoulders. You cast protection from good and evil, and sure enough, his body kind of shakes and spasms and vibrates, and he just explodes. Projectile vomits this black ink out of him, taking the form of a very battered and bruised smoke demon, occupying the same square as the boy's body.
Since the boy's on the ground and unconscious.
And it's Matthias' turn.
Smoke demon. Dare I try it?
Yeah,
Do
go
it.
for it.
Do it.
Here it comes.
I believe in you. Come on, random number generator.
I'm thumbing up the demon, and I don't mean the smoke demon. Ha! The same. This is not random when it's 10 times in a row.
You do have an extra D8 you can roll.
You
Yeah,
do have Bardic Inspiration.
and then it's used up.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
you know what? It's time to kill this thing.
Yep.
Better be more than a 2.
There we go.
Oh, nice. That does hit.
So 8 points of damage.
All right. It's on its last legs. You do have one more attack.
So the Bardic Inspiration is used up now, though?
Yes.
Right.
All right. Well, then. This will go well, but I'll try it. What the heck?
I believe in you, Kevin. Channel the turkey.
There we go.
14 does hit. And that
But I
is
had 7
enough to
points left.
kill the smoke demon.
Yes.
What happens, Matthias?
With 2 quick swirls, one of which seems to falter, but then remembers that jaunty tune from the bard, sort of puts a little extra swing into it, and the thing just kind of dissipates, leaving its poor victim there to be rescued by the cleric.
And sure enough, as the demon kind of begins to disintegrate, the light coming through the attic window suddenly seems brighter. Felix is still unconscious at this point because he was traumatized by Tyrion.
Wow.
But you guys all do feel this sort of sense of relief pass over all of you as you bring an end to this monstrous creature.
You can say that again.
And I think that's probably a good place to take our 5-minute break.
All right.
That was great, guys. That was like the best.
It's definitely the smoothest fight.
Yeah, someone took necrotic damage. Who was that?
Me.
Okay, great.
It's also the first time my vicious mockery actually was vicious.
It was very vicious.
Worked. All right, break time.
Back
All
in
right,
5,
we'll be
everyone.
back in 5 minutes,
Right.
everybody. Welcome back, everybody. Thanks for indulging us while we all ran off to go do break stuff after that riveting fight with the smoke monster in the attic with the scary little boy.
Who shouldn't be a scary little boy anymore.
I don't know. You guys haven't woke him up yet.
It's true.
Maybe he was the problem all along. I'm
Damien
going to Conjuring
Child.
to you guys.
Damien Child.
All right, but yeah, we find you guys standing in the attic of the St. Andrew's Orphanage, having theoretically bested the demon in the orphanage.
Okay.
Theoretically.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and see about taking care of the boy's wounds. Can I do that with just medicine, or do I have to cast a cure spell for him?
You could stabilize him with a medicine check.
Okay. But to get rid of the burn I caused, I should probably go ahead and cure him.
Yeah, or you can have Beetlejaw do it with some lay on hands.
No, I'll take care of it. I'm the one that caused it. It's my spell slot to burn.
All right, you do heal him back to full health.
Well, then I
Guess he
can
does.
heal your cure. Like, you need cured, right?
No, Tristan does.
Hmm.
I'm perfectly fine.
So Tyrion, you sort of lean over the boy. You kind of lay hands upon him, and as your magic passes into him, his eyes flutter awake, and he looks up at all of you, and he says, "What happened?"
We drove out the nightmare. You're welcome.
Are you sure? This
Well-
feels like it's part of it.
No. Hey,
When's he going to come out and tell me that this isn't real?
he's not.
He's done this to me before.
Has he ever shown you some people you don't know before?
No.
He could only prey on what you knew, so you're seeing people you don't know.
I guess that makes sense. Where am I? Where are my parents?
I don't have an answer to that question. You are at an orphanage.
Oh no! I thought that was fake. I didn't mean to.
Whatever you did, it wasn't you. It was that thing.
I was the one holding the knife.
It wasn't you.
Okay, I'm gonna come down and interject here with you and this kid, and
Go for it. Please.
try to pretend like he's a sweet little boy, and tell him, can I use does thaumaturgy help him feel better somehow? I don't understand the spell.
You can make a persuasion check if you want.
Yes. Can I
Thaumaturgy is if you want to make a scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, don't want to do that. No, I want to channel my inner like big sister to try and comfort him and tell him that it's okay. Like, you're safe. It's gonna be all right. Persuasion. Blah blah blah. I'm coming. Nope, this is Beetlejaws. Sorry. Please forgive me.
Oh. Hi, Odin.
Nice. So yeah, Lily, as you're sort of, hanging out with him and sort of drawing an ease out of him, he does kind of look at you sort of quizzically.
I would imagine.
I think I met somebody like you in the woods.
Like me? What do you mean?
Like,
Horns?
and he kind of gestures to the horns and to the purple skin.
One was choking down, some aggression because I know that this kid is probably not in a questioning mindset. I say, well,
The demon he made me lead 3 of the boys out into the woods and give them to somebody who looks like you.
He made you lead the boys from the orphanage out there?
Yes, the ones who ran away. Did that happen? Is that real? I don't know.
It's okay. You don't have to know right now. Do you know how long ago that was, though? If it was real, how long ago do you think it was?
2 weeks, 3 weeks, 10 years. I don't know. I don't know.
That's okay. Can we get him some water? Do we have water?
Can we go downstairs? I don't like it up here.
Sure. You guys take him downstairs. I have to stop somewhere first.
Stop where? We're like...
Well, if we don't want this to come back, I gotta go find out where he sleeps.
I don't think you should go alone.
Yeah, no one should be roaming around here alone.
Well, then, which one of you wants to come with me? Lily, you should stay with him, though. He apparently is attached.
Fine.
All right, I'll go with.
Okay. So I'm assuming their bedrooms are on the second floor, Alex?
They are. And as you guys are sort of going downstairs, he can point over to his room.
Okay.
You do see that the bedroom that he points to, it looks like it contains 5 beds, 4 of which are perfectly made and appear unused.
Okay. I want to start inspecting the beds for the carving.
You do notice that all of the beds have these carvings in them as you're looking through them. They're very small infernal runes.
Okay.
That's scratched into one bedpost on each bed.
Okay. Then with each one, I will cast a mending to fix the wood.
Awesome. Go ahead and take a point of inspiration.
Sure. I look at it, Matthias. Well, that's taken care of. At least nothing in the house that I know of will cause that to happen again.
And we transition back down to the ground floor of the orphanage. Miss Belasco, you see, is at the bottom of the stairs, and she looks very concerned.
Do we pull a Ghostbusters?
Wait.
No, I was thinking of a specific phrase.
You kicked.
Yep.
Okay, so Tristan's by the door.
Well, you guys are all coming down. We're all coming down the stairs. Just you guys are first. So kind of imagine us in.
Yeah, you guys can move your tokens. Those were the original positions.
This is from the first floor, yeah. Did you guys hear us up there or something?
She says, yeah, I heard a ruckus. What happened? Felix, are you okay? And she'll kind of put her hands on him. And he just breaks down sobbing and falls into her arms. She looks up at all of you like, you see a little bit of concern, but a lot of relief in her face.
Shall we go check on the other one?
Somebody might want to explain what we just did with Melissa Velasco, and we can go check on Milvo or Milivoy. So
Why don't we all just? Can we walk and talk?
sure.
Well,
I
we
mean,
should
I don't think you want to spread this throughout the house because children can be listening.
Fair. Well then,
Miss Belasco will say, "Please go check on Milivo. I'll take Felix in here, and I'll see if I can calm him down."
All right. So I can lead everyone over to Milivo's room.
And she does bend over. She says, "Elena, would you please go and get us a glass of water for Felix here?"
thank
ale.
I see you also read books.
Uh-oh.
So all of you guys go and storm around his bed like the Avengers looking at Loki.
Pretty much.
And you do see as you come into this room, he has propped himself up a little bit, but he still looks bedraggled. The bile is gone from his face, and his skin has less of that yellow tinge to it, but he still looks pretty rough. And he kind of tosses his hair to the side because it kind of falls in his face.
Emo much?
I was about to.
And he looks up and he says, "Who are you? What do you want?"
Not much, just your soul.
Jeez.
Glare at Lily and then smirk.
Wow. No.
Oh wait, no,
Well,
are you not possessed anymore? Sorry. Yeah, no, you're good.
he does kind of lean up and he gives you that like shitty teenager like grin. He's like, "Well, you are prettier than the last demon who tried to take my soul."
Thanks.
Oof. She just texted him back K. But who are you really? What do you want? Why are you here? Are the kids in trouble?
No, they're fine now. We had to exorcise a demon.
I have exorcised a demon.
He kind of wipes his face, and he still has this sort of clammy sweat running all down him. He looks up at you. He says, "Felix is demon, right?"
Yep.
I think he was with me too, but not all the way, if that makes sense. Like the door was ajar and I couldn't close it.
Well, it's gone now.
I feel that. For weeks I've been weak. I haven't been able to do my job. I've been letting the kids down. And he kind of looks down at his hands.
So then a question for you. Was it the demon's idea to steal the bones from underneath the church?
He immediately withdraws into sullen teen. I don't know what you're talking about.
No.
Oh. So that one was all you, huh?
What bones?
Bones Yezik told you about?
Probably the ones you sold too.
Go ahead and give me a persuasion check with advantage.
Okay. Do.
Look, okay, I got the bones for somebody in town, all right? We needed the money, and they're just bones. I don't see what good a dead body does for anybody in Barovia. I mean, we've been ruled by a dead body for 800 years, and it's gone very poorly. The coffin maker hired me. He paid me 100 gold to get those bones and give them to him, no questions asked. We needed it here at the orphan. I haven't been working as fast as I can, and I haven't been making the money that I needed to bring in to help these kids. You have to understand, Don't tell the smile guards.
The last thing I want to do is tell the smile guards.
Yeah.
It's a lot less fun when they take you off to the re-education camp.
What?
There's a camp. That's a
What?
center
Oh God.
somewhere in the woods nearby. I don't know exactly where it is, but people who don't get the message and from the stocks and from the fucking posters, they get taken away and they never get seen again.
Awesome. This
I
place
look
is
at
really awesome.
I look at Matthias, a noble stretching his power, huh?
Oh, it's stretched all right.
Yeah.
When things go too far, they break.
Indeed.
Look, kid,
It's a
I'm
good
not
thing we
here
got an
to.
appointment already scheduled, huh?
Yeah. Look, kid, I'm not here to pass judgment on you. I just wanted to know what happened to the bones. There's a very good chance those bones can help a friend of ours, and we're gonna need to get them back. But I don't see how that would affect the payment that you got for doing your job for him. So I don't believe there's any need to worry about the orphanage not having what it needs.
I care about these kids, okay? Don't tell anybody, but I want to do right by them.
Well, then I think you might need to apologize to Yezik.
No. I don't suppose it's a good idea to tell him a demon made me do it, right? Kid's a chicken.
Probably not.
All right, let me clean up here and
You
get out of this bile, and I'll go to the church and I'll tell Father Petrovich what happened.
you take a couple of hours. You're still recovering.
I can work. I
Yeah.
should work.
No. You work, you might end up 6 feet under. And you, like you said, a dead body doesn't help anybody in Barovia.
Fair enough. And he'll kind of lean back in the bed. He will say, Henrik's a bit of a creep, the coffin maker. He doesn't really get out much, so be ready for something weird.
I think we've been ready for something weird since the first day in this place, haven't we?
Well, ready or not, we've been experiencing it.
Yeah, true.
I asked him about if he knows anything about what Felix was talking about with the woods and a creature like me. We're called tieflings, by the way.
I don't know what Felix is talking about. I know a couple of kids went missing in the woods. I spent some of the gold I made to hire the two hunters who frequent the Blue Water Inn to go see if they could track down the kids, but I haven't heard anything back.
So, to be extra clear, you have personally never seen a tiefling around here?
No, I mean, you look a little bit like Izek, but only in the arm. He's kind of got that demon thing going on too.
Right. I don't remember who Izek was. Mean guard dude.
One of the, yeah.
Just be careful, okay? Something's going down. I don't know what, but I think this town's going to have a lot more trouble before it doesn't.
That is definitely true, kid. Try not to steal any more bones, maybe.
You got it. Kind of kicks the ground.
Read a book. It'll do you good. Yeah, I had to get that in.
Had to get it out.
Okay.
All right. What do you guys want to do?
Take a look outside. Where's the sun at?
It's sort of in the middle.
Guys, I think we need to get back to the Burgermeister. I think our appointment is coming up.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to tell him we didn't have a watch, so if we're a little late, he'll have to get over it.
Yeah. If there's re-education camps.
Just for the viewers and for the players, we're going to switch over back to the main town map of Valakai. As you guys sort of... Miss Belasco does come up to see you guys off as you guys are sort of leaving the orphanage.
As we kind of will explain what we can to her before we leave, so she's not like, what the heck, you guys just kind of adventure and run.
Yes.
Not all of us, Tristan.
He says, well, be careful. Milivo's a good boy. He doesn't need any trouble from you-know-who.
Well, we won't mention him.
And I don't mean you-know-who in the traditional sense of you-know-who. I mean you-know-who in this town, but not the Baron. We don't want any trouble from the Baron.
Yeah. Nobody needs any trouble from the Baron.
We got the bonus plan.
Milivo does point out on your map. N6 is where the coffin maker's house is.
Oh,
Okay.
And as you guys are sort of, where are you guys heading off to next?
Well, we want to make our 1 o'clock if we can.
Yep. So I believe N8 is where we're going.
N3.
N3. Sorry.
No worries. As you guys are making your way through town towards N3, towards the Burgermaster's mansion, you do see, so in Town Square as you're passing through, you do see that they put up more of these Festival of the Blazing Sun flyers. The ones that say, come on.
Blaze up with us today. Wait, that's a different kind of festival.
It says, come one, come all to the greatest celebration of the year, the Festival of the Blazing Sun, attendants and children required, rain or shine, all will be well, the Baron. And as you guys are sort of making your way through, you do notice that in the center of town, they are erecting this sort of massive wicker sun with a scaffolding that it can hang off of to presumably be lit on fire. It's a very haphazard job. There's a couple of guards who are grumbling about being posted to this duty, but then they realize that people are watching them, so they perk right up real quick.
Smile, darn ya, smile.
What is your guys' marching order as you guys are going through town?
I guess I'll sort of lead the way.
I was gonna say, I guess I should be up front. I'm used to performing and having to put on a fake.
Okay.
Stuff.
That's a valid point.
And that way, I figure if I make a big enough scene, then I can kind of pull some of the attention off the rest of the grumpy ones in the party.
I think that's a reasonable plan.
I was gonna say we probably want Lily and Edric in the middle, maybe. I can pull rear guard duty.
Cool. All right, so whoever is in the back, Tyrion, please give me a perception check.
Sure can. I will re-roll that with a point of inspiration. Since I'm hoarding them, apparently.
Perfect.
There we go. Much better.
So with the 25, you do notice that somebody seems to be tailing you guys.
Do I get a decent look at them, or?
Yeah, you notice that he does move with sort of a practiced and skillful sort of stealth, but you are able to detect him.
Okay.
He's kind of this rotund, sort of grubby-looking man in a cloak with a hood over his head.
Mm-hmm.
And when he notices you notice him, he kind of like gestures for you to come over.
I tap Edric on his shoulder and just have him kind of halt the rest of the party. And I'll go see the rotund man who's not as stealthy as he thinks he is. Kind of so that in that manner of like they can all be watching me just in case something happens.
Yeah. Okay. He is kind of sticking to like a side alley almost, just off the road. And when you come up, he does kind of reach into his pockets and he pulls out this letter and he tries to hand it to you. He says, you're the newcomers in town, right? Well, you look like that girl that passed through here. Well, the symbols anyway.
Yeah. Who sent you?
I represent Miss Lady Fiona Voctor. She has requested your presence for dinner this evening.
There's a lot of nobility looking for apparently our favor.
Well, it's not every day you get agents of chaos rolling through town.
Agents of Chaos.
I suppose not.
Now, you guys don't have any affiliations yet, and I feel like my mistress is interested in making your acquaintance for that very reason.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe hear something that's not coming out of the Baron's shithole.
All right. I take the letter.
You have a nice day now.
Don't go skulking around where people can see you.
He kind of grumbled, and Yosemite Sam's his way out of the scene.
Wow.
I hang my head and walk back to the group.
That good, huh?
Hand Matthias the letter of introduction.
Oh my lord.
I say,
is this one for?
I will say this one more time. Effing nobles.
I don't think you can ever say that too many times.
Yes.
What time is this one for?
Dinner.
Well, at least we have a little time off between meetings, unless this one runs all afternoon.
Now I want to go see that coffin maker before anything else happens today.
Yeah.
And with that,
All right.
we continue on our way to the Burgermeister Burgers.
Meister Burgers. You come to this very squat Victorian manor house, sort of in the center of Valakai. You do see it has these sort of tall, imperious windows that are staring down upon you in some kind of judgment. You're not sure exactly what kind, but definitely some kind of judgment. I'll pull up a picture here real quick.
Side-eye from the house.
You see the grounds are very well maintained, but everything does have this sort of grungy, lived-in quality to it.
Cool.
Kind of like a little bit of squalor, even though it's been tried to like be varnished to be, hey, look, we're nobility, we have money, we can clean this up, sort of.
Yeah, basically, somebody's tried to polish this turd.
Wow.
I wasn't gonna say it.
Yeah.
Yes, you are.
And as you guys sort of make your way forward, you do see that there are many scars where the plaster has sort of fallen away from age and neglect. There's heavy drapes covering the windows. And you do see there are these large sort of swooping double doors. There's a couple of guards standing guard in front of the entrance. And when they see you, they do sort of tap their halberds on the ground and gesture you forward.
Never gets old.
Used to it, huh?
Rang.
You are on time for your appointment with the Baron. This bodes well for you.
Thank you.
And it's hard to smile sometimes in this place.
Do you say that out loud?
No.
He thinks it loudly.
Yes. My thought bubble is very provocative.
And they say, very well, we will take you in to see the Baron. Be on your best behavior. We are watching you. And they lead you into this small entrance vestibule. And you do see there are framed portraits adorning the walls of this grand foyer, which features a wide staircase with a sculpted railing. A long carpeted hall attached to it stretches almost the length of the mansion and has several doors leading away from it, including one at the far end. Bundles of twigs are heaped against the walls. And he leads you into a parlor that has a fine array of furnishings and draperies, all with an overall feminine touch. And you do see there is this tall, lanky woman in a faded red velvet dress sitting at this small table pouring tea for three other very, very happy-looking women. And she looks up and she stands up, almost swooping over to you like a wacky, flailing, inflatable arm tube lady. And she says, "Oh, this is perfect. You're here to see my husband. I am
Madam.
the Baroness Lydia Petrovna. It is very nice to meet you."
You as well, Baroness.
Please sit. Would you like some tea? I have tea. I also have biscuits, and I have a couple of other things that I think you would really, really enjoy. We're here for my book club, you see, these nice young ladies.
Well, we wouldn't want to interrupt your book club. We should get to our meeting with your husband.
Oh, he'll be down in a moment to collect you. What about you, dearie? And she kind of goes over to Lily and she says, "Would you like to come and talk with us? Sit with us, please? Yes, this will be great."
Lily, are you on mute?
I sure am.
What is happening? What is happening?
I was.
I see you're moving.
Anyway,
Silence.
that would explain why. Never mind. Just
Yep. That would explain a lot.
I was saying, I would like to go join this book club. I don't know if my friends are going to let me, but you know.
You have enough time until the Burgermeister comes and claims us.
Oh, well,
Great.
Lily,
What are we reading?
please. Well, we were just working on this wonderful little piece. It's called she begins to like malfunction. It's called. Wait, 1 second. You asked me too fast. You see, I'm always forgetful, and I sometimes I get overly excited, and then I just. But that's not important. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the book we're reading, which is The Hurtful Legacy of Corporal Punishment.
Wow, that's a title.
Yes, it details several abusive practices in parenting and the positive effects that it can have on long-term relationships with spouses and with children.
Insight check.
Yeah, like Lily.
How about like a willpower check to not say something really
Yeah.
appropriate right now?
Yeah, pretty much. I think that's kind of heavy on the.
I don't think you guys need to make an insight check.
No, I don't think we do.
I don't even know. Do we see anyone else in here?
There are the other women in the book club, but they look just as like Stepford wives as she does.
Yeah, that's the exact phrase I was thinking of. Exactly.
Looking for the Barovian wives.
I'm like looking for like, what do I have to like? Lily wants to read this book, but she's like,
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Here. You can borrow my copy. It's signed by the Baron. I mean, my husband.
Your husband's the author of this book?
No, he just signed it.
Man, there's times I miss the war.
At least we're not having trouble smiling.
Oh, it's more of a grimace, but sure.
Yeah.
Are you all going to attend the festival in a couple of days?
We have so many appointments. I'm sure we'll have to squeeze it in somehow or other.
You definitely should. It's mandatory for guests.
Okay. Do I have her book copy in
Yeah, she hands it
my
to you.
hand? Okay, so I notice anything like noteworthy in it, or is it just like creepy, weird, like people are messed up?
It's a lot of creepy, weird, counterintuitive advice.
I'd be like, you guys.
And you could see whole sections of the book that have been like crossed out and rewritten by hand by somebody else.
What? That's why her husband signed it.
I'm gonna slam it shut and be like, have you guys ever heard of the idea of like female empowerment? I'm just
Oh, he can hear you. You shouldn't say stuff like that.
I mean, I'll say it to his face, but
You
like,
shouldn't do that.
At this point, I feel like Edric would probably be like yanking me backwards.
That tail is both a hindrance and a help.
Yep. I've hit people with it so many times. I just grab it now, like, all right.
You're done. We're done with this for now.
And with that, you guys do hear some heavy footsteps coming down the hallway, along with some kind of the sound of dog nails scratching hardwood floor.
That noise that we're hearing right now, that was good timing.
That was good timing. Good job, Max. That's my dog, Maximus Decimus Meridius.
It's a really long dog's name.
Yeah.
That's his favorite movie. He watches that movie with me every time it's on TV.
Aww.
And the Baron, before he enters the room, you do see there are these two black mastiffs that walk into the room. They flank the doors that he's coming in, and he walks into the room. Sort of an overbearing and imperious man. And his wife immediately flits away to the table and takes her seat.
Listen, buddy.
Says, "Oh, good. The adventurers I have asked for have finally arrived. It is good to meet all of you. My name is Baron Vargas Vlakovich. Of the Vlakoviches, I have been the burgomaster of this beautiful community for 20 years now. I trust you are enjoying your stay here in Balakai."
It's been very illuminating.
I suspect it has. That is the glory of the sunlight coming down upon us to drive the devil away. He kind of gives you like a 1,000-yard stare off into the middle distance.
And yet too much sun can be dangerous too.
I don't think any sunlight is too dangerous for where we live, young man. Now, I ask what you think of our town because I have need of people of your skill set. People who can help me maintain the faith of the constituency. Let us retire to my study. We will speak more there.
Sure.
You may leave your woman here with them.
Oh, no. I go where they go. Sorry, we're friends.
Lily's one of us, and a valued member at that.
But if you were to command her to stay, she would.
We're not a mercenary company. We don't give each other orders. Traveling companions.
Interesting. But which of you is in charge?
Nobody's in charge. Again, we're not a mercenary company. We're travelers.
Well, I certainly hope you are travelers of some skill. I have a very important task in need of heroes, actually, not just travelers.
Well,
and he will lead you off to his study, which is upstairs. As you guys are sort of heading upstairs, you do see there.
I will sort of drift back in the group to Lily.
Yes.
And just sort of as a quiet aside, sometimes it's best to let nobles think they're in charge, even when they're not. So don't assume anything that we agree to is necessarily how things are going to go for this Baron.
I hate playing this game.
Yeah.
But it's a game that we're part of right now. So
Pretty clouds. I smile back at the group.
Oh, yeah, well, I apologize. I'm
no,
sorry.
don't apologize. He's in the wrong, but we just don't have the authority to change that.
Oh,
Well,
my
you know
God.
what? I'm just going to let Tristan take over for me. I trust that he will handle all sass appropriately and good to know.
He does have that skill.
Yes, Queen.
We'll forgive you.
All right.
All right.
Anyway, Lily,
Perception
please
check.
roll a perception check for me as you head upstairs.
So many character sheets.
Just 2. Oh.
Is it bad? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, it's real bad.
You
Wait,
have 4.
I have a point of inspiration. I would like to use that to reroll.
You sure can.
I'm going to start hoarding mine like everybody else.
I know. Is it still bad?
It's better.
Oh boy. I got nothing.
Yeah, you're sort of engrossed in your book and in the rampant sexism of the Baron. You don't really notice anything.
Fuming with anger, truly.
But as you guys head up, he leads you into a library with floor-to-ceiling shelves lining every wall of this windowless room, and the number of books contained here is nothing short of astounding. A brass oil lamp sits atop a large desk in the center of the room. The chair behind the desk is comfortably padded and has the symbol of a roaring bear stitched into its back cushion. He kind of sits down in the chair, and the two masters of the library, and he says, I am very fortunate that you have come to our beautiful city at this time. You know, I've created this perfect settlement. It's so safe. There's so many wonderful opportunities here for people like you to really make a life here. You know, I built this wall and it's keeping all of the devils at bay. But there is one problem in my perfect settlement. You see, there's a terrible woman in town. A terrible, terrible woman that we just need to lock up. But I haven't had the political capital to do so yet. You see, there is a woman in town named Lady Voctor, and she's just a nasty, nasty woman, doesn't know her place. She, I believe she's consorting with the devil himself. As atrocious as that is. What I need a set of intrepid adventurers to do is to sneak into her house and bring me back proof of her misdoings and her consorting with fell powers. And in exchange, I will reward you with, what do adventurers go for these days? 500 gold? And a writ of citizenship so that you may remain in my town as proper citizens and not just vagrants.
Matthias?
A most generous
Tristan?
offer, but we are simple travelers. We escorted some other travelers here. Safety in numbers. You mistake our purpose, sir.
And where else would you travel to in this valley? I mean, you have come to the only hub of civilization left in this godforsaken place.
Well, I'm sure we all intend to find our way home. And that may be a journey of some leagues. So
You have found your home. If you only grab the initiative and do as your betters tell you, my friend.
your offer is most generous. We should have time to think it over. It is a momentous decision, of course. A life-altering one.
Well, if you decide to do the proper thing, please bring any evidence you find to my man Izek. He He is most capable of handling any foul play that you stumble upon.
Of course,
Uh,
Baron.
Should we ask about proof of this lady's consortment?
I'm sure the Baron has told us all we need to know.
Yep.
So I'll sort of get up and sort of
By your leave, of course, Baron. We should take
Of
our
course.
time.
I appreciate a can-do attitude, so please, by all means, go forth and seize the day. And remember, all will be well.
Of course. Smile and bow, backing towards the door.
You hear that, boys? I think you will get the chance to eat that nasty woman after we lock her up.
Did Edric hear that? Did we all hear that?
He
Everyone
wasn't
keeps
quiet
smiling.
about it.
Here we go.
Yeah, I was gonna say he wasn't very quiet about that.
Oh, okay. We just keep going. Got it.
Yeah.
And you guys sort of happily make your way out of the house.
When we're leaving, making our way through the house, do I see any signs that they have servants?
Please give me. You definitely notice. You definitely notice there are some servants walking around. Give me an insight check, though.
Excuse me.
13?
There is something bothering the servants that is not their general having to fake being happiness. There's something palpably they're dreading, it seems.
When we're leaving, does the Baron stay up in his study?
He does.
I'm going to kind of nudge one of my companions and say, can you keep busy for a minute while I try to get some info?
Well, let's take Lily back to the Baroness to have her sit in on the book reading for a minute or two.
You read my mind.
It's almost like I know your tendencies now.
And I'm going to try to slide off a little bit from the group into a spot that's kind of inconspicuous and see if I can talk to one of the servants.
Yeah, you do see there's a maid who is very quickly busying herself down the hallway, but when you flag her down, she will come over and she gives you this cheery smile. She says, "Oh, how are you doing today? How can I help you?"
If they're down a hall, I want to try and stand like away from the tea group or from the book study group and kind of blocking the view of the hall.
Okay.
I feel like that's what Edric would be doing with you too, honestly.
Yeah, probably
Matthias,
he would.
Will you roll a perception check for me?
We'll try. I won't make any promises.
Yeah, do better than I did. Shouldn't have said that.
It's about par for the course tonight.
Yeah. So Matthias, you succeeded. I will come back to you.
Okay.
Tristan, you the maid kind of comes over to you and she says, "How can I be of assistance? What seems to be the trouble?" I'm sorry. What seems to be the opportunity for me to improve your day?
There's the day is going well, thank you.
Of course it is. We're in Valakai.
I wanted to see how you were doing.
Oh,
I kind of look around like, and I slip her a gold and go, how are you really doing?
Please roll a persuasion check with advantage.
$15?
Well, sir, we have had a recent uptick in our opportunities to assist the Baron in his also important work throughout the day due to the fact of some of our staff taking some time away from everybody else and nobody else knowing where they are. If I'm going to be honest with you, it's almost like Lady Voctor made them disappear and like sacrifice them to the devil, you know? I mean, look, there's a couple of the servants are missing, and that feels the opposite of uplifting to us.
And do the servants live on site, or do they go home after?
Oh, no, this is our home. We do everything we can to make sure the Baron feels comfortable and well cared for while we're here.
Well, if anything transpires and you need additional assistance because you're concerned about the well-being and safety of your friends,
If you wouldn't mind trying to figure out what happened to them, I think that would be a wonderful chance to improve the wonderful situation around here.
that's what we're looking into. We are currently residing at the Blue Water Inn.
Yes.
If things become not as ideal as they can be.
Right you are, sir. Thank you. I will definitely pass that information along to all of the people who would benefit from that information. And she kind of scarpers off. You feel like you almost cracked her.
I'll be right back. Give me 1 second.
Alex, I'm enjoying the new word that you have been throwing around tonight.
Which word?
Scarper.
It's a good word. I didn't make that word up.
I know you didn't. I'm just saying, it's a new word for you.
It's my word of the day.
Somebody got Alex a word of the day calendar.
That's all I wanted for Christmas. I want a word of the day advent calendar.
That's only 25 days.
Well, then we run out of words. So Matthias, you're sort of posted up, making sure nobody is, eavesdropping or spying on this interaction with the maid.
Mm-hmm.
And as you look across the hall, you do see there is a door that's slightly ajar, and that room appears to be entirely pink, like bubblegum pink. All of the drapery, all of the furniture, and you do see on a shelf in a long row there are a number of dolls that appear to be, they appear to be Lily, just progressively getting better as they go along the row. Like somebody has paid somebody to make a Lily doll from a description, maybe, instead of like a reference picture. And they start off kind of crude, but as they get all the way down to the end, you do see one that is almost an exact likeness of Lily Scratch.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
All right. I will file that away till we're out the front door.
Awesome. Yes, Sky Boja, I do pride myself on being something of a wordsmith. You guys could pick up my book anywhere books are sold, The Magician's Sin.
Subtle. Love it.
Subtle, yeah. Just no one noticed.
Everybody just like that.
Okay.
So yeah, Lily, you head on down to eavesdrop on the book club, and you do see that the 8 women who are there who are not Lydia, half of them seem to be like Stepford wives, and the other half just seem like they're here to eat something warm for free. And it looks like they're dressed up in Lydia's clothes. They're sort of in these ill-fitting, nice dresses, like they're peasant women who've been picked off the street and just dressed up and sat down to eat to drink tea and eat crumpets while Lydia waxes philosophical about this book.
And I'm eavesdropping on them, like I'm just listening.
You could join in if you want.
Oh. can I sit down and try to empower these weird, strange women, or should I just play it cool?
That is 100% up to you.
That's entirely true.
Yeah, sorry, I just ran away for a second. So I'm by myself with them, and then
I'm hanging out nearby just to kind of.
I'm also still in the room. You're not.
Yeah.
by
Oh,
yourself.
okay. And then Edric is with you.
Matthias. Yeah.
Yeah, we're kind
okay.
of screening, but we're still in the room.
Okay, so I'm gonna sit down with them, and I just totally accidentally exited out of Roll20. I'm gonna sit down with them, the women, and ask them their real opinions on this book.
Lydia says, well, that's a weird question. What do you mean real opinions? Everything we say is honest in Valakai. That's just the way things are around here. I'm so sorry you come from somewhere that has taken away your servant's heart and your willingness to, to give in to, to give yourself over completely to a partner. It's just, well, just bless your heart.
Bless your heart, young one. Well, what about anyone else? Did anyone else here have anything to say about this book, or do we all just talk to the Baroness? Through the Baroness.
Well, ladies, do you have an opinion about the book? And the four women who seem to be like step forward at 100%, they're like, oh, we 100% agree with you, Lydia. We think that there's a lot of valuable messages on how to be a good wife in the eyes of the Morning Lord in here. There's just a lot to process and a lot to take in. And, we're just so grateful that we get to live in a society. And the other four are keeping their mouths stone shut and smiles. Like, what are you doing? They're going to kill us.
I'm wondering if I can use a persuasion check on them to be like, all right, what Kool-Aid are you guys drinking?
That tea right there.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, are they actually drinking tea? Did I miss that?
They are actually drinking tea.
And it's just those ones?
Everybody's drinking tea.
Maybe they eat the pie. Okay. Can I ask them if they've had pie? Do you guys eat pie here from an old woman? Is that a thing?
We don't do drugs in this house, young lady.
Oh.
We don't need dream pies in Valakai. Everything is so sunshiny and wonderful while we're awake. Why wouldn't we want to go to sleep like that?
I have persuasion. Can I cause a scene? Is this where I can?
You could completely cause a scene. It's completely up to you.
I mean, Tristan did ask for a distraction, or buy some time.
I think you might have done that.
Yeah, you guys are welcome to come pull me out of this at any point.
Well, basically, at this point, as soon as Tristan is done in the hall, I'm grabbing him by the elbow and we're getting out of here.
I think we're done.
Sorry, ladies, our time is up. We have much work to do.
For the Baron.
Baron. All for the Baron.
Well, you tell your little friend with the horns to come on back anytime now.
Bring the sweet tea.
Oh.
All tea, no shade. You're right.
I feel like this is where I just want to subtly use thaumaturgy and make all the windows fly open. Just to see what happens. Like,
my stars and garters.
So, that being said, you guys do have a couple of options for directions if you want to take them. The Baron would have marked that N4 is where the Wachter house is.
Which we have an invitation for later.
We have an invitation to dinner.
And then, as you guys know, N6 is where the coffin maker's house is. So either way, whatever you guys want to go, wherever you guys want to go.
So it's about 2:00 now, ish.
Yeah, it's around then.
What time is the dinner invitation?
It's for dinner time, so around 6:00.
The coffin maker, then?
Yeah,
the coffin maker, then.
He's the one we have to deal with.
Once we're away from the house and on a not crowded street, just kind of like we're gonna have to tread carefully around this Baron character.
Oh, you don't understand. I want to get all the servants out, lock the house, and set it on fire.
I mean, it was a tinder
I
box.
am with you.
That is appealing on an immediate level. However,
It would bring a smile to my face.
we need a better understanding of what's going on in this town. If the next person to take charge is as bad as or worse than the Baron, we're not doing these people any favors.
What
So
if
talking
I
to-
cause a fake fire and
Okay.
just scare them out?
Again,
The face palming.
Civil War sounds satisfying, but I don't think we intend to stay here long enough to make sure it turns out well. So we should make careful choices here.
I'm pretty sure the Baron's sacrificing his staff to a demon.
What?
Yes. So I
Okay,
want.
so
I
then
want-
then maybe making sure someone better is set up to take his place when he's deposed is what we need to do next.
yes.
Oh, by the way, Lily, I will also fill you in on the weird bubblegum room with the little dolls of you.
Oh. What?
Yeah.
Excuse. Okay,
There's
now I
weird
really am
things
burning
with
this
puppets
house
and
down.
dolls in this town. Yeah.
Which means we are going to have to go see the puppet maker at some point or another, but we've got the immediate need of dealing the devil a blow by getting those bones back and keeping Irina safe.
Right.
Yeah,
There-
but they're getting sacrificed
there's
in
too
there.
many fires to fight in this town right now.
Yeah, let's deal with the immediate one that we can theoretically deal with.
My
Well-
favorite part about this module is how Valakai is just a cluster of side quests.
So, to your point, we have a former daughter of a burgermeister here in town who would probably do a really good job. Just saying.
But we have to make
Would
sure
she
she's
be
safe from the
supported,
devil.
or would she end up strung up from a tree by the second morning? We don't know enough about this town to make snap decisions. We need to figure out more what's going on around here. And also get the bones back there. This town needs a lot of work.
The cleansing fires of Palor.
What if I just yell to them? Like if I just scare the whole thing, just scare the Baron. We can,
Lily,
I feel like he could be easily like knocked out.
But Lily,
with
he's
just words.
got people in camps. I don't think scaring him is going to get the reaction you're hoping for.
yeah, the whole guard is under his thumb, save for those that Lady Volkner might have paid off to serve her purposes.
And we'll find out in a couple hours if she's a reasonable replacement or someone else that we have to put on the fire.
Yeah.
Burn the whole city down.
Pretty much.
Where's Carol Wolf when you need him?
I know.
The one night we need the pyro.
All right. So you guys make your way on over to the coffin maker's house. And this house.
In the middle of the street.
Oh, before we go in, no, well, yeah, I would imagine we could have short rested within the while the Baron was talking to us.
We'll call that a short rest.
Okay, before we go in to what's his name's place, I would like to do two things. One, I will mark my runes on Edric's sword, making it magical. And then on Matthias's sword, I will cast Elemental Weapon.
Ooh.
Nice.
And
Okay,
I will. What element are you partial to, Matthias?
Wow. That's a
Acid-
question I hadn't
Acid,
considered.
cold, fire, or lightning?
Well, Matthias is a little old, so probably cold.
You want to do cold?
Old and cold, sure.
Old and cold. All right. So your sword is now also magical and does an extra D4 of cold damage.
And how long will that last?
An hour.
Oh, an hour. Okay.
It'll last. That's a spell, so that'll only last an hour.
Gotcha.
Well,
Okay.
I'm gonna join you and do Armor of Agathos to myself.
All right. So This uninviting shop is 2 stories tall and has a sign shaped like a coffin above the front door. All of the window shutters are closed up tight, and a deathly silence surrounds the establishment.
Almost like it's a coffin itself.
Ugh.
Almost like it's a coffin itself.
Mhm.
See, Tyrion's here for the gothic horror. He knows what's up.
Yeah.
What would you guys like to do?
Do we knock? Looking at Matthias.
The shop.
Well,
The door's here. It's locked.
for now, it's a business, right? So we'll,
Yep.
we'll knock at the door.
You knock on the door, and you do hear a faint voice inside saying, "Go away, we're closed."
We have questions.
We're in need of your services.
But we have questions.
Write the measurements down on a scrap of paper and slide them under the door.
Checking the door handle. Is it locked?
It is locked.
I could really show off right now.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah, do it.
I knock at the door. Open.
Gonna be like that, huh?
Hey,
Hi.
as I can.
Lily
So-
is very glad she stayed with this party.
Sure enough, you cast knock. What happens?
I literally knock, 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 and on the third rap, the door swings open.
Yes.
And in the room beyond, you do see it's sort of a musty workshop, where that contains everything a carpenter needs to make coffins and furniture. 3 sturdy work tables stretch the length of the west wall, and you do see, in fact, there is a man in here who looks like this.
Hey, man.
Lily's
Vandervoot.
And he says, "What in the name of the Morning Lord are you doing? I'm closed."
Then the
So
name of the
you're
morning is exactly why we're here.
Leave. Get out before I call the guards.
That sounds like you're grumpy, and you're a businessman. You should be happy that you have customers.
Oh.
Kind of give him a snarky smile.
Yes, the smile guards would not look kindly upon your treatment of said happy customers.
Fine. What do you want?
Oh, let's all step in and close the door.
Oh, shit. We flip the door, we flip the sign to close, and we beat the crap out of him like the printer in Office Space.
It's like, did you see when the party went murder hobo? Because I saw when the party went murder hobo.
Isn't kind of the stupid Burgermeister?
Yep. Come on,
Rob,
everybody.
will you switch to the Coffin Maker's shop map and possibly rejoin as a player if you can? So he does not get in your way as you enter in. And he stands just pressed up against this wall, looking at all of you very accusingly and concernedly.
All right, come on. Lily, get yourself and Beetlejuice in here and Matthias in here too.
Oh.
We got maps.
We got maps.
I didn't realize that my thing was zoomed in and it was just like on a black spot. I was like, what is that? Or I'm just crazy. Hold on. All of the above. Here we go.
Dink, 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 dink. All right, Tristan, I think you're up.
So, we're on mission from the Morning Lord. Sorry about the cough, guys.
And he kind of looks at you like, yeah, what mission might that be?
One of his servants was under the sway of some dark forces and took something he shouldn't have taken and sold the bones to you. We're going to need those back. Okay?
Fine. You caught me.
We know.
And don't say the devil made you do it, unless the devil did make you do it.
And he points upstairs. And he says, "They're upstairs in my bedroom."
By all means, then, after you.
Absolutely not.
Oh, come on.
It's just your bedroom, isn't it?
Can I try to thaumaturgy scare? Can I try to scare? I'm sorry, I'm like really obsessed with thaumaturgy, but like try to like scare him into doing it for us, like to actually going up there with us.
Yeah, you can make an intimidation check, and if you want to use thaumaturgy, you can. You can roll with advantage.
Is that a roll on it or a roll thought? Oh, I see what you're saying. Never mind. I can roll intimidation with advantage if I'm using thaumaturgy.
Yep.
Which I'm going to. But I don't know how to act that out. All right, let me just see how this works.
Da-na-na-na-na. Nice, a 24.
Nice.
He says, "Fine. Come this way, I guess."
Thank you.
Before we leave the room, lock the door.
Ooh.
And he leads you on up these stairs. Go ahead and stack up on him however you guys are stacking up.
Hi, Odin.
How we wait? So the stairs.
Yep, the stairs.
Oh, they're over there. Haha.
Yes.
So once we move into the dark, it opens up to us. No?
No, I turned that off. I turned it back to regular fog of war.
Oh, over those stairs over there.
I know you have to like.
There's like stairs and there's more stairs.
Stairs and more stairs.
There's so much map. It's wonderful.
Thank you so much to Jonesy for purchasing this particular module.
My tail is still in the heart. Just for that.
This is your room?
This is where I'm storing the bones.
Slightly less creepy.
Where are they?
Well, everybody join me in here. Show me where you are on the map.
Following right behind Mr. Creeper.
You go get them for us.
And these piles of
Crates.
and stuff.
How many crates are there?
Oodles and oodles of crates.
There are 5 crates.
That's an Easter egg for the audience, just in case they were wondering.
I forgot about that. All right. So
how tall are they? Are they floor to ceiling? Are they?
Some of them are floor to ceiling. Some of them are just piles of timber that sort of go up to about half your waist. However, when Hendrik steps there, I would like everybody to roll a dexterity saving throw.
Ha ha! Should have known. Little weasel.
I will say that Tristan and Tyrion, you guys will get advantage on this saving throw.
What?
Cool.
Because of your location and proximity to what's happening.
Dexterity, you say?
Dexterity.
Pretty seriously, we're in proximity to the lightning bolt.
Prepare to be dazzled. There it is.
Ooh, nice. Thank you, advantage.
Oh, so that was Edric's, not mine.
Lily, do you still have
point of inspiration?
No, but that was his. All right, that one was for Lily. This one's for. They were both.
You guys
not
both got
great.
a 5.
How?
It's random, yo.
He rolled a 5 and you rolled a 3.
That's true.
Are we dead?
You're not going to be happy.
Hold on. Wait. Hold on. I'm fighting. Hold on. I'm trying to make sure that Edric doesn't have anything that he would be getting.
Why is he no longer on the map?
He's dead.
Oh.
And everybody who succeeds on the saving throw takes 15 points of cold damage. Everybody who rolled under a 14 takes 30 points of cold damage.
I take my reaction. I take my reaction and take none.
That's
Nice.
rude.
I know,
Yeah,
but
no, hold up.
you want your cleric up.
Are you sure?
I feel like I have a thing. I have Armor of Agathis on.
Oh, thank goodness we went to 5th level.
So you've got 5 extra hit points because of Armor of Agathis.
I have more than that because it leveled up with the
Because it leveled up with you. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
And you said it was 15 if we made the save?
Yep, 15 if you made it.
And I think that Beetlejaw has a thing that he's used before for this. I'm just trying to find it.
Thing.
He what?
Doesn't he have a shield thing that he can?
That's my.
Yeah, that's Edric. That's Tyrion's thing.
Yep.
He has
Yeah, his. Never mind.
He might have cold resistance. Being a Caliban, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Anyway, so Henrik steps on this glyph in the floor that he didn't know was there. And the entire half of this room explodes with just ice and shards of frozen fractals shattering and slicing through your guys' bodies.
Bouncing off my shield.
And bouncing off your shield. And from the crates at the far end of the room, 6 crates for this.
Oh.
You see 6 vampires emerge
Oh.
and move to attack you.
What
and
the?
that is where we will end this week's episode of Heroes of the Mist.
Wow. 6 vampires as a cliffhanger. That's just rude.
and I'm like dead, so
Man.
Right.
Oh boy.
So thank
Well,
you,
lovely,
Nickname, for joining the Geek Nation. So yeah, everybody pour one out for poor Vander, dude.
He let it go.
So yeah, we're gonna have a lot of we're gonna have a time next week when everybody gets back.
Yeah, really.
Thanks for letting Lily join this group because this is her last session. She will die. If only because I think that Beetlejaw might kill me whenever he gets back and sees his hit points. So thanks.
All right. Well, I do appreciate everybody tuning in. Thank you so much for anybody who joined us in the Geek Nation. We do have a happening Discord community, and we will be back here, same bat time, same bat channel next Monday. Please be sure to tune in on Wednesday and Thursday for Smuggler's Run, our Star Wars game, and Wheel of Fate, our Descent to Avernus game. I don't think I have any other announcements, but I hope everybody has a great week. And I'm sorry for this cliffhanger. It's a doozy.
I'm so glad we buffed before we came into this room.
I am also so glad you buffed before you came into this room.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Awesome.
Does anybody else have anything they want to say to the nice people before we sign off?
My next character is going to be a half-orc barbarian. Hit points, and more hit points.
And dealing lots of hit point damage.
Yes. Well, I still have to hit for that, so I can't promise that.
That's true.
I'm just resisting the urge to cry out of frustration on camera. So, like,
don't do it.
Oh yeah, people
tears for next week.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna go raid somebody else. I hope everybody has a great week and comes back to join us when we get started back with the vampire fight.
Oh boy.
Awesome. Thanks.
Halfling.